I met a Gypsy.
In 2022, Eli Tomac made the switch to Yamaha and found instant success on their class-leading YZ450F. Eli Tomac had 3 reasons for making the switch. He wanted power, and the Yamaha has the strongest and most tunable motor in the class. He wanted KYB suspension, and the YZ450F comes stock with his preferred KYB system. And finally, he wanted a cable clutch. Yamaha took the championship-winning YZ450F and made it even better. More powerful, lighter, slimmer, with enhanced overall stability and more agility than ever before. The 2025 YZ450F is available now in both Yamaha Blue, or to really look like Eli Tomac, it's also available in the Monster Energy Edition. The pinnacle of off-road 4-stroke performance wrapped in iconic Yamaha racing livery. Head to YamahaMotorsports.com or into your local dealer now. Righto, we're doing it. We got a couple of, we have the boys in. It's Daytona Saturday. It's a special day every year. We've just assembled a bit of an A-team to sit and watch Soupy. How are we, gentlemen?
Epic.
Yeah, doing great. Ready for some racing. The International Daytona Speedway.
Oh, living. How's the track before we get into it? Took the young fella out?
Yeah, I woke up I'm exhausted today. I woke up at 4:30 to go towing surfing with my buddy Frankie.
Oh, no way.
Shout out to Frankie. So thanks for some rips in today.
Whereabouts?
Like Oceanside.
No,
like on pretty much in Pendleton. You go like north from it.
Yeah.
Had a sick morning, came home, and then my wife was like, "You should take crew to the track." And I'm like, "I thought you had plans." Sick. So we loaded up, and that's why I was late here.
Yeah.
Took him to Paula for his first time. He got a gas. I don't even call it E5, I think, E50 or E5.
Yeah.
20-minute moto, first time on a track ever, and just didn't stop. So
Live it.
I envy that. I wish I could just, walk right into a 20-minute moto.
Yeah, that's so good. And then straight into Daytona.
Yeah, this is an epic day. We need to journal this.
And then TB, we just hit the old dog pound trails, mate. Popped this cherry in the San Clemente trails.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got to step into your world a little bit. And,
do you hit like a couple different trails?
Yeah, we hit a handful of them. I think the one kind of jumpiest one, the Beer Run trail, we hit that at the very end. Kind of got some jumps under my belt. It was pretty nice. Didn't kill myself, so.
You know the one in the middle? Like you get to like the top where the car park kind of is.
Yeah.
And then you got like the little jumps that go off to the left, the ones that go to the right, and then the bigger ones down the middle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was the one he's talking about.
Sick. Yeah, I suck at the names. I'm new to the area. I always suck at names of trails anyway. But
yeah,
the one of them has some pretty aggressive jumps, right?
Yeah.
The speed's a little harder. Like they're pretty easy to OJ. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I went all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
The 2 biggest ones, the first one I went all the way to the bottom, and I
No way.
pulled out and bitched out of the last one. Which I don't need to be.
Bit of volume,
No.
bit of sound.
But you want to though?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he rips on a mountain bike. I mean, as you can imagine.
That's awesome.
Daytona, gentlemen. Yeah, do you want to fast forward a little bit if you want? We can just
We can play catch up. We can cut through commercials too.
We can just get straight in.
All right, so my iPad died. Who ended up taking 450 qualies? Was it Chase still?
Chase.
I think it was
Chase.
Chase.
Was
like
2.5 seconds faster.
From the first session though, right?
Yeah.
From the first session. The first session was fastest.
Yeah.
I haven't watched pretty much anything. I just watched one practice.
Okay.
And then we were out on the bikes after that.
Yeah, I actually caught like the end of the first practice and saw Chase's fast lap, and it was insane.
Ridiculous.
I was really stoked because Justin Hill was top of the board again, and Chase came through in 2.5 seconds faster. Like they actually caught his whole fast lap, which a lot of times they don't do.
Yeah. And I remember they commented on the camera work too, and they're like, that is like kind of
and
rare.
Chase was absolutely shredding. Like the track was so gnarly and rutted, but
did you see
his corner
the
speed was pretty
giant
nuts.
clod come up when he clipped the ruts with his pegs?
Oh, yeah, dude. When he out of the left into the rhythm section.
I thought that was like, this mistake, and it's going to be a slow lap, and he just
bulldozed.
I feel like there's going to be some grabby boys tonight with the pegs.
Oh, yeah. There was a couple where they're just like wheeling through these huge ruts.
Oh, man, I'm so pumped.
We're on. Fully, it's just straight in. I love it.
Could we get a little more volume from the broadcast?
Yeah.
Shout out Michael Hicks coming from Arena Cross.
How good does a 250 with a number 1, white number 1, black background look?
Looks good.
Kitchen, Anstey, Benny. Oh, who's the picks, boys, for the 250 class before we get too deep in this?
I got the chef.
Got the chef?
I'm going to go RJ.
I'm taking Anstey. I reckon he's going to do we talked about this on the way home, a bit of a Christian Craig type season, you know.
I could see it. Oh my God. Oh, dude, so close to getting away from that.
That's crazy.
He hung on to that.
How did no one hit him? Oh, and then Vial's missed that too.
Ew,
Did that ruin Kitchen? Did you see Hill jump that?
Yeah, he'll jump the wall.
Oh, that's so wild.
I really like all the big doubles down the straightaway. It's good,
Really
good to see some big jumps in there.
I really like Hill too, man.
Oh, that's my dark horse by far.
Yeah.
I mean, huge fan of both the hills, right? There's so much bike skill and stuff, but just to see first, like, Justin's pod preseason with you, Jace, was insane. Like, he was so very confident in himself. And
He
it's
lived
super,
up to everything he said.
Super cool to see, especially at A1. Like, didn't get the best starts.
Yeah, like,
and he passed so many factory riders. Like, he did really good.
Yeah, like, how could you not root for him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we can talk about that later. We're going to get too invested in him during the 250s.
But it is his legacy season. It's hard not to be pumped. How good's the track right now?
It's the best it's going to be.
Yeah, literally.
Did you race Daytona?
I did.
How many times you run it?
Just once. I raced one season of West Coast and one season of East Coast. Those are the only 2 I did. So I kind of got to experience both.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Daytona was gnarly, though.
That gear's pretty cool.
Yeah, digging the throwbacks with like just a little modern touch.
Yeah. I reckon the boots is too much. I'd probably rather just like a plain set of boots, but still look sick. So we got, for those who aren't watching along, Vial, Munoz, Boland, Anstey, Hicks, Lacrucio, Myers, Bennick, and Phelps.
Shout out to Max Volan riding with a handbrake.
Watch this. Where did this... Just clips here. Oh, bro.
Yeah, he was timing the whoops going from 3 foots to 5 foots.
What happened to Levi? Just had to pull up.
Good save.
Oh, that's what happened.
I think he thought he was off the grass. Gave it the onion.
Oh, bro.
Ooh, guy jumped him too. Wow, that was kind of like Jordan Smith's crash.
You kind of,
Jordan Smith kind of got thrown to his back.
That was huge, dude.
Yeah,
those whoops were a send.
He's thinking that he's going to be able to make a recovery, though, and get back to racing, right?
I don't know. I mean, probably.
I think what they said, he couple ribs and like maybe.
Oh, you've done some ribs.
Yeah, but there's no way I'm going to be hammering whoops. Like, what? When's their next ride? 2 weeks?
Next week.
Next weekend's the East-West shootout in Indy.
He had a lung, too. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say a lung. Like, he has to be out for a little bit longer, right?
I mean, you'd think, but
you'd think so.
They surprise us all.
Yeah.
Bro, Kitchen is going for it.
Yeah, we need some lap times. Surprise for Vial right now. I guess this is kind of breakout ride of the season for him.
Well, he won this last year, right?
You would kind of want to pick him for a track like this too. You know, this is like kind of like rough feel, like Euro style field track.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to think you'd have some confidence too going back to a place where you won the year before. Surprised that Anstey hasn't made quicker work of these guys.
Yeah, hopefully that's just indicative of Volan hauling the mail.
Yeah.
It's cool.
He's riding awesome.
Cool to see Michael Hicks in there. He's been racing Arena Cross, been riding the Stark.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he raced Arena Cross last night.
I did hear that.
And then racing it too. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, he's racing a Stark last night and then now racing a Yamaha 250.
That would be tough, dude.
off the wall.
Let's go.
Wow.
They're all going to do it next lap.
Yeah.
Huh? That looked too smooth to not do it next lap.
I saw the IG clip earlier of Justin Hill doing it too, and Justin kind of went pretty long, but he just handled it.
He went real long.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love the moto memes. One of Justin Hill of like, I think it was like Brock Lesnar or something walking in
that
somewhere.
was so
pretty
good. Yeah, that was good.
He looks a little like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Right?
He just doesn't eat humans for breakfast.
yeah. Yeah. Bro, Hicks is ripping.
He's got some good racecraft too.
Kitchen is on fire. He was outside of a transfer after the first lap.
Nate Thrasher back up to 12th after the huge crash. In the
He'll
first
make
After
it.
a real moment.
Oh, I don't know what 4 seconds and a lap and a half.
He's got it.
Yeah. Dude, Volan is riding really well. I watched a couple of the Club MX vlogs that they're doing. Have you seen any of those?
Mm.
They're doing like a vlog series, and they showed his first day on the bike,
Oh, wow.
and he was like way off.
Okay.
You know, so for him to go that far just in a few months is pretty impressive.
I
Did they-
finally got to see a picture of what the lever actually looks like. I think yesterday or the day before. I'm like, I could kind of see it.
Yeah.
Like a little smaller than a mountain bike front brake, almost on top of the clutch for the like.
I wonder why they don't do. I feel like you could do a thumb clutch
Yeah.
or a thumb brake, kind of
Yeah.
like a quad.
Yeah.
I feel like that would work. What are you laughing at?
I just like a
If you
quad.
had to do it, you know.
Quad got
Yeah,
I don't know. That'd be weird.
it would be weird
On the obviously still on the same side.
on the left side. Yeah,
Who knows though? Maybe the thumb, because you're gonna be in that position to where you'd
quad guard, bro. They do it
on the thumb for the throttle.
for
though,
the
right?
throttle. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be weird
it would
at
be
first,
weird.
you know?
Yeah,
Just so used to the clutch, like the thought of trying to use your thumb would be kind of different.
well, I think you would use that for your rear
Yeah.
brake because I feel like you would use your clutch more on a 250F than your rear brake.
Yeah.
So have you ever see the dudes that are adaptive, I guess it'd call it?
Yeah.
The mountain bike quad, like downhill riders. And they got both brakes on top of each other. So you kind of just grab them both at the same time. And I was like, how the hell do they do that? But then like 5 levels up from that, this dude entered a video contest years ago and had one arm, full amputee, and had both brakes on the other one and riding
Whoa.
with one arm.
No way.
Crazy.
Like down like North Shore trails and stuff. So I guess if you can do that with one arm, supporting one arm and braking both brakes, I mean, I guess Volan's probably in a decent spot, you know?
Yeah, I think it's just what you get used to too. You know, like you obviously put in a ton of laps. Bro, Kitchen is absolutely ripping. Who
Yeah.
called him for the win? Yeah, okay. That might be looking like decent
Oh,
money.
did his hand just come off?
Yeah, he's definitely got more pace than Anstey right now. No doubt about that.
Do you know what happened to Max yesterday? Press day, I saw he had a huge crash.
Nah.
They didn't show the crash, but they showed him down on the ground for a while.
Yeah, right.
He got up and he kind of gave the thumbs up and said he was all right, but looked
maybe
like a
he's a
huge
little
crash.
bit banged up.
Yeah, I mean, if Vial was pulling 6 seconds on him when he
Ooh.
was
Right
had a
there.
clean track.
Vial was pretty on.
oh, solid recovery for Levi.
Dude, he's going to have mad confidence after
Yeah.
that. Oh, well, Vial showing up. You can skip forward if you want. Yeah, I reckon we should. Oh, no. Can't skip the money ad, bro. Keep that live.
Dude, it bums me out that they finally started making sparkling water.
I know.
But it's so much harder to find the sparkling water. You can only, and I just live on bubble waters.
I love sparkling water, dude.
It's
yeah.
so good.
I ordered some and I didn't get it. So I don't know what the I don't know what you got to do or who you got to be. Maybe Tomac gets it. Maybe Nigel gets it.
First, yeah.
I figured you would get it.
We have priorities over here.
Yeah, there's a high
But no,
rank.
I went to HQ the other day, and there was none in
None
the
in the
fridges.
fridges. Yep.
Yeah, saying it must be just a hot commodity and sold out.
Yeah, I'm a big spicy water guy too, eh?
Spicy water.
I call it spicy water. It's like sparkling.
Oh, so okay, yeah. That's funny. My kids say it's too spicy when they're talking about something like not spicy. It's just something that's too powerful.
Yeah. I got the Soda Stream, but I bought it, went through one full can, and then it's been there for like 2 months.
Well, because you go to refill it, and you're like, it is way cheaper to buy soda water than it is to buy this CO2 canister.
Yeah, but it is way better.
It's like a printer. You buy a printer with like quarter full ink. They got you, and you got to buy their ink. But the next full ink cartridge is the same price as the whole printer.
100%, dude. There was like a massive controversy about that I was watching, where there was like a subscription service, and like you buy the printer, and then it just auto subscribed you to the ink, and then you couldn't buy the ink unless you had the subscription. And it's just like people are print. I haven't used a printer in years.
Yeah,
but it's handy to have a printer.
Yeah,
but I don't need ink coming every single month, dude. I own a newspaper.
Dude, you're gonna go Office Space that thing in the backyard. Just bring the bat
out. Dude, how good does the fly gear look this year?
Yeah, it looks good.
I feel like they've made a pretty huge step up.
Better.
They've overtaken Thor for me.
Yeah, it looks
in the ranks.
I agree for sure. I used to like, I don't know, a lot of the fly stuff looked the same, but it seems like it's looking pretty good. Like really clean, simple. You know, less is more to me.
I'm just Troy Lee or die.
Sam. Oh, fast house or die. But
you can appreciate Troy Lee.
I back my companies, right? And I'm a fast house guy. I've been a fast house guy forever, and that's my brand. But I can't say that something else doesn't look good, right?
I'm with you.
Got to give credit where credit's due.
Hey, amen.
I hear the kids are not as pumped on A-Stars nowadays because it's just too many people on it.
Everyone's on it, yeah.
And I don't know. I actually used to hate Tomac's kits, but lately his have been the best A-Star ones. But I don't know. If I had to buy something besides Troy, probably Fox. Other than that, nothing really is on my radar.
Yeah, I feel like it's A-Stars and Fox are like probably the two top dogs in terms of just like the biggest brands with the, I don't know, like they just can do more shit because they've obviously got like more money. But then it's Troy Lee from there, 100%.
I mean, Fox is just so nostalgic, you know, from back in the day. I do like that the gear that the PC team's wearing. It's kind of cool. It's just different, you know, with the little future on the front.
And then of course A-Star for boots.
Oh yeah. All right, who we got here?
RJ was my pick for the main. He did really good here last year on the 450. So
that's right.
I think he's like, you know, coming in a little wounded still, I think, from an injury and a little bit of a slow start. But like when he won the championship last year, he kind of had a slow start too. So
he's just the kind of guy that can dog out a win.
For sure.
And this is the kind of place where you got to dog out a win.
Yeah, this is the place you got to be a dog.
Yeah. Look at him go. He's out of there.
How about Justin Brayton battling for third?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a Red Bull deal?
I love that that little ad that they did with Fly and the Honda team.
I don't think I saw it.
You didn't see it?
Nah.
It's super funny. That like Lars calls Justin Brayton and he's like, "Oh yeah, the number 10's coming back this weekend." And he's like, "Oh, really? Really?" And like runs off of camera, grabs his gear and stuff, and Lars is like, "No, like Chance is number 10." And Brayton shows up in his gear and like grabs the bike, and at the end, Chance comes in and is like, "Dude, that's my bike." It's like kind of funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
They played it in the Race Day Live broadcast.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Shout out to Race Day Live.
I know. How good's it been, eh?
It gives a Supercross fan just a Saturday to really
Best
enjoy.
it's ever been. Huh?
Oh, it's so
100%, man.
And then the post-race show, they're all just looking all dapper with the suits. And
That's the direction the sport had to go.
For sure.
That was like the next logical step.
That's like full NFL style, and we need it.
Yeah.
It's cool too because like both those guys have such good insight, and they're very well spoken too.
Yeah.
I think
It's wild too because it's so different to do because you got a producer in your ear the whole time. And so, like, if I'm on it, you can hear the producer talking, but then Brayton's got his own line with the producer. So he's hearing even more than what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
It's actually really impressive that he's never done anything like that before. And dude, he's like just
on it.
He nails it, man.
And AC's he's a natural.
Oh, 100%.
And that's why everyone speaks so highly of it when you step into a host position immediately, and people are like, "What? You're both hosting?" And it's like, well, one's the proper host, and have a lot more like steering the ship.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, you got to go to this ad. All right, it's on page 3 of your thing. Like, there's a lot.
There's a lot
that's going on. And then you're trying to finish a thought, and then they're like, okay, we need this done in 10, 9, 8, and like they're counting, and you're like trying to finish what you're saying. So yeah, they're doing an amazing job.
I mean, you take those two dudes on race day live, and then Stu and Carmichael on the broadcast. Like, there's a lot of knowledge between the 4 of those dudes.
Oh yeah, a whole bunch of race win bonuses right there.
Yeah.
It's cool to see Faulkner. I feel like this is the kind of track he can do well at tonight too.
Yeah, it's cool to just see him back, no matter like how he's doing so far. I know it's like a new team, a lot of change,
100%.
but he's had so many injuries, and I know, like, I don't know, me and you, Cam, can kind of relate to injuries and coming back from that.
For
and
sure.
It's tough, and it's seeing him doing it, and with the new team too, it's cool.
He's had just the worst pattern you could ever dream, like as an amateur.
Yeah.
Could you even imagine keeping going if you knew that was going to be consecutive years after year?
Oh yeah, if they told you first year pro.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is what it's going to be like, bro.
You're going to get a race and then you're going to crash. And then you have to wait a year and then you're going to get a couple races. So
then you're going to get a brain aneurysm. We're going to have to cut your head open.
So crazy.
And he's just like, yeah, cool, man.
No
worries.
That the crash when he landed on the concrete was
disgusting.
One of the hardest things to watch.
Yeah,
Man,
that was gross.
That was gnarly.
I think he's probably taken to heart a lot of, because it's been a lot of people trying to say the same thing, not directly to him in a conversation, but like on a podcast or something, saying, just want to see you get through a season, like reel it back in a little bit. And it seems like he's just riding more in control, not even really, like, he'll go for the win if it's there, but it doesn't seem like he's
not in a rush.
He's not risking as much, and I think that's exactly what he should be doing.
100%, dude.
Because his speed on the Cowie was always like so gnarly, but he couldn't really like sustain that speed.
How about McAdoo, man? Toughest SOB in the world. You just have to be different to do this at the level that these guys do it.
I mean, talk about never say die. You remember the Atlanta crash when he got flung? And they red flagged it, and then
wasn't that here?
No, it was at the Atlanta Speedway.
You're right.
It was a very Daytona style track, but
it was
that
the first year they went to those speedways.
He's got to be the only racer.
That was COVID year, right? Because they did like 3 in a row there, and it was one of the 3.
Yeah,
he has to be the only racer to ever still race a race that he was the purpose of the red flag, right?
To cause the red flag
podium,
and then get back on and podium.
And people are like, this has got to be against the rules. It's like, we didn't write that rule because we never thought it would be possible. Yeah, that was right. I was just completely tape recorded in my head as Daytona.
No, I could see how you could confuse that.
Yeah.
This was where he got his first win, though. He won in 21, I think, the year that Tomac,
Tomac won every year.
The year that Tomac won.
It is cool for the 450s tonight that no one that's racing has won, because, it's been Eli. Jet's the only one to take down Eli in the last handful of years. So those two out. It's going to be new Daytona winner. And I will say that trophy's pretty badass and it's pretty legendary. So all those guys want it,
Yeah. I would just want the photo of the burnout too.
Oh.
Just, Garth is going to be in feeling? There. Like, Garth is in there getting the sickest shot of you just burning the rear tire down.
Put it right by your front door.
Just welcome, Matt.
If I put myself in that situation, I had just won Daytona, I would pull up to the drunkest fan I could see and do the biggest burnout in front of him and just kind of like you know, you want that energy to see
Yeah.
the drunkest dude be so hyped.
Hopefully he remembers.
Yeah. I mean,
Hopefully he gets the photo too.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Hammock is doing pretty well, yeah.
The only time I got to go to Daytona, I climbed up the checkered flag for the cars, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, is no one stopping this? No one policing this?
Yeah.
And I climbed up there and I'm like, surely I'm going to get kicked out any second. And I was like hanging out up top for a while. No one else wanted to climb up with me. Kind of got bored. And then it just came back down. No one said anything.
That's insane.
That's awesome.
Bro. Did you see that
He probably had the best seat in the house.
Yeah,
too.
for sure. But then I was like, well, I'm just up here by myself.
Yeah.
did you see Adam got kicked out by security yesterday?
No.
I saw a phone clip of it.
Yeah.
Dude did not look happy. And Adam's like, you don't talk to me like that.
Yeah, the security dude basically like yanked him off the track, took his credential, and then like everyone's like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's not the guy.
Dude, he's like, can I see your credentials? And he shows it to him and he snatches out of his hand and walks away
No
and
way.
kicks him out.
It's like the I was just watching the Full Swing documentary on Netflix, the PGA thing.
Oh, yeah.
So when I think PGA Championship and Scotty Scheffler, #1 in the world, gets arrested and spends the morning in jail before the tee time, and he's like stretching in jail and comes out and still's like shooting like 9 under. Like it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Insane, eh? I haven't watched that yet. Is it good?
It's
really
so
good.
good, man. It's not. I don't think it's as good as the other ones, but that is the only way you're gonna get that insight in those golfers.
Yeah.
They're
But
not as
cool
exciting, but
that production company, Box to Box, they do like Drive to Survive and Full Swing, and then I think they even did the WSL surfing one for a bit. And all of them are super good. Just like a really like cool behind the scenes and like makes you be a fan of certain surfers or
People.
athletes or drivers, whatever.
Yeah, Jeremy Grant did one for horse racing in Ontario because they are asking. That's all they want. Give me Drive to Survive. I want to Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
So even if they're not doing it directly, they inspired like, okay,
so
we
many
need
other-
this for every sport.
Well, Box to Box, if you're listening,
Well,
we need a Supercross one.
they've been trying to make it happen for ages.
Because I will say there's some serious personality in Supercross.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
Anything Troy Adamitis does though, he like what's the name of that series? The latest one.
He
like-
did Inside
The Motocross. I
Yeah,
know he
Inside
did,
the
and,
Moto
Yeah,
or
that
something like
one
that.
is amazing. And the show he used to do on Fuel TV,
That was all the old
Inside
great
the Outdoors.
Yeah.
That was my favorite show, and I would just like,
He did the great
religiously
outdoors
watch
and
it.
all that too, right?
Yep. All the great
That's-
outdoors. That
yeah.
was the
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
That's my whole childhood.
Yeah.
I think that someone just needs to get him the biggest budget to do it for Supercross every weekend.
That's the problem though, is that you get these like Feld, right? Like even Wes's company, like that did Motospy. Like if you gave them $3 million, they could do it.
Yeah.
But the problem is so like Troy Adamitis, they did one around the Anaheim race, like race 1 or whatever it was called. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
But
No,
it's
they don't promote it enough, right? So like I've stumbled on one.
Ew.
Well, that's all it was. Dude, McElrath has got good starts this year. Oh, dude, Hill.
Come on, Justin.
Yeah, so my point is they give you like it's $100,000 budget instead of $3 million.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we have people that could do it in our sport. We don't need box to box.
Yeah.
Like we could do it from the inside, but no one's willing to do it.
Yeah, and if you wanted to hire them, it'd be 10 mil. But even to hire someone else to do the post production on that, and the amount of cameras you need, and an editing team you need, it's gonna be, it's gonna be
Expensive.
up there.
German chocolate. Straight out front.
Dude, McElrath is.
Dude, he's
Hanging.
been ripping.
Yeah, he's been having a good season, man. His starts have been on point.
I
Fellow
picked him
bald
for
guy?
my fantasy team tonight too, so
You picked him?
I love to see it. Yeah.
Good call.
He qualified pretty well and he had a pretty good handicap too, so
What fantasy do you play?
I'm playing the pulp
Pulp one?
one, yeah. I had a couple friends that asked me if I wanted to join a league. I've actually never played, and this is my first
Are you doing
time
any
this
good?
year. Yeah, I've won a few of them. Last week I was last Saturday I was in Kauai, and unfortunately there's certain regions that you can't pick your team in, so that region wasn't allowed or the location wasn't allowed. So 0 points for me last week, but
It's all right, mate. You can still win a championship with a DNF.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't let it happen again.
Yeah. You only get one. But you do get to drop your worst score.
Oh, sick.
So as long as I don't miss any other ones or I'm not somewhere where it's out of the region.
Need a VPN, mate.
Yeah, which brings us to today's sponsor. Not that.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I know, it would be nice.
Pulp's the one that's there's handicaps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I used to play both, and then I would always bet with my heart and choose Tomac, and he would have a bad night.
It's always hard though. Like the more that you know, the harder it is to pick.
For sure, dude.
Because you know if you're like you hear a rider's like sick or under the weather or dealing with an injury or like how they did the year before. It's all I mean, it's gambling, kind of.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah, I mean, like
fantasy gambling.
If Tuna did it, she could probably pick just over the average. You know, like your wife would probably pick just as good.
But she would definitely pick Aaron Plessinger every time.
That's
she's
awesome.
She's a huge AP fan. I mean, how could you not be?
Both my kids are huge AP fans.
I mean, how could you not be, right?
100%.
I think.
Hopefully he does it for Dale tonight.
Yeah.
I know.
Could you imagine?
Oh, if he won Daytona.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, that's the guy you want to win Daytona.
And his Instagram videos and stuff, like leading up to the races, like his one today was pretty good with a lot of the Dale Earnhardt stuff. Obviously, the Dale's house, Daytona, legendary.
He was wearing like a Dale shirt, a track walk and shit.
Was he?
Too. So there was like a photo.
You love that he has to wear his team shirt, obviously.
Yeah.
But repping the Dale shirt underneath the team shirt.
making sure they get the shot.
Dude, so when you're coming into a whoop section like that, are you ever kind of just hoping for the best?
I mean, if you're asking me, I was hoping for the best every time. I'd hold my breath and pucker my ass as tight as I could and hang on. But
the most humbling obstacle I've ever encountered in any sport.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what, I mean, love it or hate it, the nine whoop thing is, like, especially when I race, and maybe this is a biased opinion because, you know, I had to deal with gnarly whoops when I raced, but in some of the rounds, there was like 16 whoops or something, like super long whoop sections, and I just feel like it was such a separator, and like, the men just straight send it in there, you know?
It's a huge difference maker.
Yeah. And it's all, you know, momentum and confidence, especially coming in. When I raced at 250, like you had to really send it in there to stay on top of it.
To stay in it. Yeah.
It's like another quad or something, right? That only a few dudes are doing. Like
pretty much.
Like really push it through them. And I like the separators to where if you risk it, you get the biscuit.
Well, and it also rewards a certain type of bike setup too, you know, and then like to have the kind of setup that can handle the whoops, you're going to sacrifice on the rest of the track. So like even just on the way that you set up your bike, you should be rewarded because you're doing the much harder thing.
Man, shout out Justin.
I know,
I love to see it. I will say last weekend, I know it was a Triple Crown, but he qualified first and did really well all three races. I think the last one he got kind of a really bad start, and it was like 4.48 or maybe, I think 4.48 was what he ended up for fifth overall. But man, shout out to him. They didn't talk about it enough, but he was ripping.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive, man.
And I know I mentioned it earlier too. The A1, like that was super cool to see him get bad starts and come through the pack and pass so many factory riders, and like that was the round that everyone
was there,
you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think he beat like 4 or 5 factory dudes that night.
That was my first time ever playing fantasy, that A1. So like I picked him for my fantasy team, and I watched him come around. He was first lap, he was like 15th, and he just picking him off every lap, and he got all the way up to 6th at one point, and then got passed back by Justin Cooper and I think Eli at the end because Eli went down the first lap. So he ended up 8th, I think. But like that round one, you know, especially privateer team and the whole thing, but super cool to see.
It's pretty rad to see. That's what a 450 can be like when you just have unlimited money in a sense, and you can just buy whatever you want. You can
Yeah.
run the exact tire combo.
Yeah.
You want a Dunlop front and a Pirelli rear. Like, he just has an open slather.
Does he
and
seriously run 2 separate brand tires?
no, but he could.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
like, he could literally build that. So that bike that he's on is exactly the bike that he wants to ride.
Yeah.
And how good of a motorcycle
Yeah,
is it?
it's cool.
It just goes to show how good stock bikes are.
And I wouldn't
these
even
days.
say like, unlimited budget. I know that's like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
loose.
what you were
Yeah.
trying to say. Very
Yeah.
loose narrative there, but he, it's not like they had for that team like a huge like testing budget, but it's like the fact of like not being huge kicker. It's not like he has like the restraints of like a manufacturer from say Austria or Japan or whatever. He can kind of like
which you hear about more and more often,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, big time, dude. It's way more restrictive than what people think.
And I think too, like you look at like the KTM, and I think this year in particular, over the last few years since they came out with that new bike, like it looks like they've got it figured out a lot more. But they're selling this new bike and these new parts, and they want you to like, they want you to run those parts, right? To like push it. So
it's like what happens when
don't
a
really have a
human has an
choice.
ego, and they're like, "Do you really want to win the argument, or do you want to actually,
yeah.
do you want to be right and win, or do you want
just
like,
argue to argue.
the right?" Yeah.
Do you want the actual right outcome, or do you just want to win the argument?
I mean, wasn't that the same thing with Reed too? Toward the end on Tutu, their factory Honda was saying that some people were saying that his bike was better than the factory one, or
For sure, dude. Well, Tedesco, when he did the podcast, was like,
I
I
heard that.
just wanted to ride the stock motorcycle. I
Nope.
would have been 4 seconds a lap faster.
Ooh, Justin. It's crazy still jumping that wall. Doesn't really look like it's that much faster though, huh?
no, he gained on McElrath that one or made the pass, but then McElrath passed him after.
Kind of game back, yeah. Kenny's on fire, dude.
It's on fire. Love it.
I wish that he didn't go down in Tampa.
I know.
What if, like, I was just thinking in my head, if only they could document that as professionally as like Drive to Survive. So many storylines, like the Justin Hill one right now,
Oh.
and then the Kenny one, and then what if they are? What if they are right now, and we get to see it next year?
Yeah.
We can only hope.
We can only hope.
Bro, Justin Hill drove back to Wyoming this week.
No,
He
man.
lives on a ranch in Wyoming, and he's building his in the house himself. It's crazy, dude. He was showing me all the photos, like pouring his own slab, pouring all his own footings, like everything.
What a badass.
He's a beast, dude.
Yeah.
An absolute beast.
I will say, like, going to a few of the hill jams and stuff up there, like, he's such a hardworking dude. And, like, it stems from the dad. Like, Monty is just such a hard worker, too. And, him, Josh, it's just so cool to see them both just, like, really embrace that. And especially, like, Justin, like, buying that property and doing everything himself. Like,
It's so gnarly.
when I heard it, I was like, it doesn't really surprise me, but, like, man, so much respect. So cool.
He was showing me pictures too. It's just insane.
Yeah.
It's just full Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Like just
Good
a
for him.
massive
Yeah, so
ranch,
cool.
middle of nowhere.
Hard winners.
Yeah, well, that's why he was here basically,
Okay.
because he's been living in a motorhome at Parla
Yeah.
for the whole
Patinga.
off season
Yeah.
with his wife, kids, everything.
Whoa.
And then he's like, yeah, the ground is finally
Not permafrost.
starting. Yeah, he's like, finally I can ride.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll go home, rebuild a Supercross track, and just be mountain man in
Crazy.
Wyoming. Yeah, so cool, dude.
Yeah, man, that is one story that needs to be documented even further. It's like, how could you not root for him? And just, what sport has someone left? I'll get a job, come back, and be that much better. Like,
Yeah.
Not just get a job, be
Yeah.
a policeman.
yeah,
Just be like fighting dudes on meth.
Well done out there. We'd like to say you made it look a little bit easy, but really, how much was that a bit of a confidence boost for you, being comfortable on the bike like that?
It was great, like honestly, because sometimes the heat race is like the hardest part of the day, to be honest, because you have a long break and then you really got to blow it out. But I felt really smooth and fast out there, and I don't want to say easy, but it came easy and I just flowed really well. I mean, there were a couple of sections like sometimes I would overjump it a little bit, hard to time because the rhythms are pretty soft, you know what I mean? So sometimes you have to give it a little bit of extra
Going
juice.
into crazy
And so
detail.
sometimes
I
overjump
like
and
it.
case it a little bit, so it's a little tricky, but I had a lot of fun out there this time around. I feel like I had some good lines. and just I put the laps together really well. So I felt good.
Yeah, you did. Congratulations.
Does he still have a Kickstarter, or did they put it?
No, he does.
Yeah, he doesn't like the Kickstarter because of the motor. He reckons that.
Or you mean he doesn't like the electric
start because
Sorry,
of
the electric
the
start.
weight.
Yeah,
right?
there's the motor. He reckons that it changes the way that the bike handles too much. That's gnarly, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't stalled it all year. Like, that's just, other than that, who cares if you had to start the race, but
Mm.
if you stall it, like
How's Malcolm's gear? Did you see that?
I didn't see it.
the milkman.
Super cool. Like, I mean, very clean gear, but it said weekends are easy on the front.
That's sick.
Shout out to Malcolm for that first win, man.
I know. How
Been saying
good
it
was
for
that?
so long. Just can't wait till you see him do it, and then to do it in Tampa in front of like his home state, and
How cool would Drive to Survive have been of that whole thing?
and his bro
Oh.
on the mic that night. His bro's back on the mic tonight, so maybe it's a good juju.
And they're in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida, baby.
I was yelling at the TV, so hopefully we're doing that again today.
That was one of the craziest nights of Supercross, or like craziest days. Damn, Sexton did not hit the gate.
Let's go, Mooks. I mean, this is a pretty dirty whip section, too.
No.
Oh, no.
Chase.
Bro. He looks all right.
I don't know, does he?
He
Shoulder's actually okay, huh?
looks like he hit hard.
Damn.
Wow, his bars are so bent.
Cooper's head's just blowing up inside of his helmet. Like, oh, I'm screwed. And then you just roll over the second straight. See that?
Damn, dude.
I mean,
Anderson leading.
They do say that
Yes.
the season starts in Daytona.
Yeah.
Dude, and these two.
Oh, no.
Oh, Malcolm.
Wow.
See, like everyone says,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
everyone talks about like how long they've been racing since they were kids with Barsha and Tomac and everyone, but like, I want to see some footage of it, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I want to, it wasn't as heavily documented back then, but
Dude, Wes from Verb has all of it.
Has
Really?
so much. I got to see some of it because I raced. I was like a little bit older than both Eli and Cooper and Jason.
Okay.
But I kind of like would be in like the age group classes, and I would be the older age group that year when they would be the younger age coming in. So I'd always get to race with them for like about a season.
sick.
Or I don't think I really ever got to race Cooper, but definitely Anderson. And Eli too. They fucking smoked me.
It's gotta be so special though that you
It's-
like I used to race them.
It is really cool to see it, and you're like, you know, you were getting smoked by them, but you're like,
They're also now the best.
they're also
Of all
now,
time.
now like
Yeah.
as many championships as they have. Like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's no shame in getting
Yeah.
completely torched by Tomac on an 85.
Yeah, like I really treasure the fact like I got to race against Aaron Gwynn, got smoked, but like I still like got to race,
Yeah.
had a fair chance, you know.
Oh no, Chase in the pits.
Is he going back to his truck or Asterix? The medical.
No, he's going back to his truck.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Is
that's
that? Oh, that is. Yeah, never mind. KTM
Yeah.
on the left.
good. Fuck.
Yeah, they all pit out of like the Daytona garages. So
Yeah.
they have all the semis like lined up in a row. So he must have just went there so he could go back to his motorhome. Mechanic taking the bike back to the garage and fix it.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's back for the LCQ.
Yeah, he will.
Hopefully they show the replay too. Surprised they haven't.
Dude, and hopefully Mookie just keeps on this
Mm.
pace.
We were
Look at
just
him
talking about
go,
it.
bro.
Dude, he looks that good again, huh?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was like another. He was riding a different class when he won.
It was like,
Oh,
oh, that was
Wow.
just him. That's all him.
That is rare, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you really don't see that often.
wow, Malcolm was.
How did that end up so
Oh.
bad?
It was basically what Thrasher did.
Yeah, and a few other people today, right?
Basically the same crash.
Did they just say they think he spun? Like it hit?
Yeah. Just spongy.
Poor guy.
Dude, he's not having a good run.
You gotta give him credit where credit's due. Like, it's really cool to see somebody that wants to win that bad.
100%.
Right? Like, you gotta respect that so much. But it's like last weekend, it's like, dude, he knew he had the overall. But it's like, you never know how that'll work. Like in a Triple Crown, that one place on a podium is a lot of bonus money.
Well, it was the final. It was the final
lap.
Yeah, of the Triple Crown. There, right? Like he had it by
won.
by a lot of points.
He could have got third in that moto.
Yeah.
If Roczen could have passed him, and he still would have won the overall.
But it's like, it makes you think, like, in the bonus system that they have, like, is it per race in a Triple Crown?
No, overall.
It's just overall in a Triple Crown.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this is my own hypothesis. Obviously, non-educated on it, but that dude is the mental giant, right?
Oh,
and he gets in his head. I think that Chase might have seen that as an opportunity to
I agree.
Assert dominance, right?
I like that observation.
Because
really do.
Why else would you be going for that?
Yeah.
Like if you reeled back and you're like, I won the night, easy, done. He knows you still won, and he knows that you laid up. But trying to
and Coop had the red plate too, right?
They both were tied on it.
Oh, okay, so it was kind of like a dominance thing, like.
Well, 100%. But I mean, I said it the other day on the pod, but it's like if I was Chase, I'd just visibly lay up, get to his rear wheel, lay up, and then walk into the press conference and just be like, oh yeah, no, I was chilling.
Yeah.
And Coop would know that.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I think he missed a bit of an opportunity. Dude, Cody Shock is in fourth on a 250F.
Yes.
Bro. Talk about a fucking legacy season. Cody Shock. Do you remember I think it was the COVID year, 450 privateer on the Honda?
He was ripping.
He was ripping, bro. Like, he's got it in him.
That was outdoors, so right?
Yep. I mean, a few dudes went out with injury, but I mean, he was getting top 5 overalls and shit.
Yeah. And it was cool. Like, everyone dubbed him as an outdoor guy, and it's really cool to see him knocking off podiums on the Supercross track now. I just can't wait till he gets a win. I think that's going to be one hell of a podium speech. And all the while,
Plessinger's in third.
Did you see this? Yep. Oh, that wasn't even.
Oh, wow.
No, I didn't see that one. I saw the loop out. What a legend, dude. Yeah, he did Did you see his loop out?
I didn't see that.
He just grabbed a handful, dude. Just the thing just went.
Were they bored out for this race?
That's what I'm wondering. Hey, AP ain't done.
Dude, they are close.
There's money for heat races too, so these guys are really getting it.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah.
What do you think? 25K for a heat or something?
I think depends on the rider, but I think more.
Really?
Yeah, because they always say it like a blanket statement, like it's 100K for a win of a main in premier class. But you're like, there has to be fluctuation, right?
For sure. I mean, you would have to think the top dogs is probably I don't know. If I was to guess, I would say closer to a 75.
For the heat, I don't know that it's that much. I think it's 10 G's for the
Someone
heat.
might negotiate it, though. Like, I'm going to be on TV a lot. I'm a heat race champ.
Well, a few of the boys are getting 150 for mains now. So it's gone up a little bit. Because I think Cooper...
Biden did that kind of stuff?
Yeah. No, as soon as Trump got back in, it went up. That was one of his promises. But I think the year that Coop was on KTM, his salary was pretty low. So his bonuses were super high.
Oh, yeah. I do remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're going to elevate the bonuses, you might as well elevate heat bonuses, too.
Yeah. Go, boys. Go.
Dude, AP putting the...
Malk.
AP is having a dip.
Did you see Malcolm off the wall? Little look over to the fans and point.
Did he?
It's like the old school MX versus ATV taunt, you know? Just
taunt, 250 points.
Yeah.
That kit looks pretty damn good too, man.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
I always liked when Dino matched his gloves to his goggles.
Yeah, we were talking about that today, actually.
Like red, like all white
yeah,
and
the
then
red,
red,
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of like just the little hits, you know, red
Yeah.
gloves, red boots.
Yeah, like monochromatic,
Yeah.
except for some like a couple little things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big color gear guy.
Yeah,
I really like to be very plain and basic on the gear front. Dugan. Hayden. He was back last weekend, wasn't he? Fucking hell.
yeah, that was a different human for sure.
Callie had him. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Once he went back to Florida, got back on the program.
I'm excited for next weekend.
Is it East West? It
East
is.
West,
Yeah.
the first East West showdown. I think it's that, and then Philadelphia is the other one, and then
Yeah.
Salt Lake there's 3 East West showdowns.
Yeah.
I think Blair made a good point that he changed on the bike and he kind of switched it, right, from being just talking too much on the podium and then like not as much on the bike and kind of flipping it, not saying much on the podium, just give it basic, but then do it on the track. I think it was hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because if you just tone it back a little bit and mature, obviously he's super young,
Yeah.
just a little bit,
Yeah.
and everyone will love you.
Yeah.
But right now it's just polarized, which he doesn't seem to mind, but like just a little bit, and then everyone's gonna love you.
He knows the value in talking shit, though.
Yeah,
You know?
Well, I
Yeah.
just think it's fun to him too, you know?
yeah,
You know, like a lot of it is pretty boring
Yeah.
and the same monotonous.
And
Yeah.
it's like
Shit.
every sport needs a villain, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, not even that he's a villain. He's just like confident in himself, and that can come off as cockiness sometimes.
Well, he's a
but
lot
it's
like Palm. Like Palm said, if you can talk all the shit you want, but if you don't win, you look like an idiot.
100%.
So like it
Yeah.
motivates you
Yeah.
to like just show it and prove it. So
Yeah, East West Showdown though, like, you know, all the shit talking before Anaheim won, and saying like with Levi getting sick and going east, and like having all those guys together in one, like that's it's gonna be good. Like,
I
you
wonder
know,
how many of those dudes, after they saw the first 3 rounds with Diggs, were just like, fuck, I should have raced West.
Yeah.
and then you looked. I mean, few are out, but like, dude, looking at the East starting list,
It was
afterward,
wild,
you're
bro.
like, oh, and him and here and Pierce,
Yeah.
and like you can forget about a lot of dudes. Yeah, and yeah, bum for Pierce. He was on one.
He was hauling ass too.
Yeah.
Pierce was?
That day I like watched Race Day live, and he had some good times and looked like he's confident, you know? And
Yeah.
especially coming off the last race that he won.
Yeah, he was ripping.
How's that gear? Weekends are easy. It's kind of cool.
Is that a
that's
brand?
Gotta be
or?
a brand,
It's
right?
got to be, right?
Is that? It almost looks like the Easy Rider font.
Just
It
awesome,
does.
Right? The Florida fans are awesome.
Florida?
You know, it's just ever since I got that win in Tampa, I just kind of feel like that's more of an inspiration win that, like, just for the people, like, don't ever give up on your dreams. You know,
Hell,
who cares how
yeah.
long it took? 108 starts. Who cares, right? We got it done, and I just felt like that win just meant so much to people, and I'm truly blessed.
Yeah, and then you take it out to the
That's
track here,
epic.
of course, and
That was one of the best podium speeches ever.
Oh, dude.
Like the kids were intrigued, and they're just all like, usually they couldn't care less.
Can you look up what that is? Weekends are easy? Just on your phone or something?
I like that, even if it's just a quote, because I always try to say that you put in the work. Now comes the fun part. Like the
Yeah.
actual contest is the easy part.
Yeah. So this is Futures, eh? Or it's SMX Next?
They earlier during race day live they called it Futures, but then in the end when they showed results, they're messing it up.
Oh, man, it's so...
Futures is way better.
For sure.
It's called Futures.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Olaf. They look sick, those Hondas. Polished frame or no polished frame on those?
Polished.
You like the polish, just
Yeah.
like for the top bit?
Yeah. I kind of like the two-tone of it, the top rail kind of being polished. I think that looks like it's always kind of like factory, you know?
Mm.
I wish
How's that Colin Edwards son?
Yeah, that's cool. He knows one thing about going fast, huh?
Yeah, he goes real far.
Yeah.
You got a long way to go, pal.
Just some
Starts tonight, son.
Some big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better grab fifth around Daytona around the outside.
Yeah.
Hold it wide.
Oh, they got Chad in there, the big dog.
Speaking of which, didn't he run a powder coated frame for a little bit once?
Chad?
Yeah.
What on
I
what
was just
bike?
you were just saying polished Honda, and I was like,
No, he ran black on his Cowie.
okay, looks so good.
Yep. Am I right? Black frame on the Cowie?
That was
remember?
that was when he did his
2-2?
own team. Right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
It's black frame.
Who's 19 just ripping them off?
Right-handed start too.
Not really much carnage though so far.
I think it's so like such a short start too.
It's
you
a
know?
big advantage for Volan, bro.
Yeah. Have you ridden the Stark yet?
Yeah. I've ridden it. I rode.
You rode with the handbrake?
Yeah, I rode Patrick Evans at my event last year.
Ah,
and
that's
took
right.
it around the track and almost loop out Larry a few times because I was like,
They're fast.
well, and I was like, I don't know what brake to hit. I don't want to hit the front, and there's no rear because they're both hand brakes and then backwards from a mountain bike.
That's why I can't believe you guys do the different things on the mountain bikes. It seems crazy.
It
to me.
works enough, but then when you go back to a moto, it's like okay, but like then if you go a moto with handbrake switch, it really messes you up.
I ride mountain bike like moto style.
Yeah.
So all my bikes are moto style. Dude, Landon Gordon. Oh.
See, I think it was weird when I rode the Stark because I keep my mountain bike regular, you know? So it's opposite of a motorcycle.
Yeah.
That when I went back to it, same thing. When I rode it, I actually rode it like a couple weeks ago. And
Oh my God, dude.
I came into the first turn at Kahia, like kind of totally forgot that it was handbrake, you know? And went to like hit the foot brake, and I'm like, oh yeah. Like last second, kind of slid into the turn, and safe to say, I blew the turn real hard. Found out real quick.
Mitch is doing well on it.
He is.
He's a lifetime mountain biker with normal brakes, and then he's riding the Stark in arena cross backwards. He said on the Stark sometimes you use the rear brake as a clutch almost.
Yeah, you do. You kind of have to.
Yeah, I felt like when I actually rode one with a foot brake and a handbrake.
Really?
Yeah, like two
Oh, two
separate
different
ones.
bikes. Yeah,
I rode
yeah.
each one. The handbrake was like weird to get used to, but it's it's almost like dragging the clutch or like slipping the clutch, I should say.
Yeah.
And dragging the brake, right? But like it's kind of a mix of both because you're dragging the brake, but it almost feels like you're slipping the clutch.
Yeah. Yeah, Day in the Dirt last year when I rode it, or the year before, I was so pumped. I just stood up everywhere because it's like the long ass track.
Yeah.
I just burned a whole battery.
Did you do the team race?
No.
Or the
me and Steve did, but we did it on the 350.
I was gonna say, did you do like one of the regular the vet class or something that's like the 30-minute moto?
No, I did the coup de grace.
And the bike made it?
No, I pulled into the pits and got the 350.
Oh, nice. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way.
No, actually, I started on the 350, but then I got a flat tire because I was like looking on my watch because I was like, oh, it's about an hour and a half, so I'll ride this for like 45 minutes. And then at like 30 minutes, I got a flat, so I had to go back, get the Stark, and then I run that to flat with like 2 laps to go.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to finish it. Well, I guess we're watching the 450 LCQ, eh?
Of course we are. That's where all the carnage is.
Yeah. Huh. Huh. That's so gnarly, dude.
I wonder, if and when he makes it, like you'd obviously pick that he's probably gonna win the LCQ, but like, is that gonna wind him up on the inside or the outside of that right-handed start?
Outside, I
You
reckon.
think? Because it looks like the very, very inside gates like are kind of getting pinched off, so maybe like could get left open.
Yeah. How's this Fedorovtsov? He
Dude,
was
he's
like
been
2
ripping.
seconds faster.
Yeah, I saw that.
I want to say his time would have been like
It was top 10.
Top
I think
10.
I think
Yeah.
they said 8.
top 10 in the.
I want to say he's Russian.
Is he? I mean,
If it ends in Stov,
yeah, sounds about right.
What's that?
Bratislava.
you'll do some research. Good work. Yeah, he's ripping. I have no idea who he is, but he is handling these guys.
Is
RJ
it-
Johnson, I feel like he's raced at Day in the Dirt too, huh?
Who's that?
RJ Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know.
16th.
You're probably thinking of RJ Wageman.
Maybe, but I'd swear it was RJ. No, it was RJ. It was definitely an RJ I was thinking of.
Rick Johnson.
Well, that's what I first saw,
Yeah.
and I was like, that guy's way smaller than Rick Johnson. And then yeah.
They're fairly ripping, eh?
Yeah, I want to see their lap times.
Oh!
Oh, he got pretty dang
My
lucky, huh?
gosh.
Oh.
Wow, he
He's
got
not-
out of that so well.
If he's breathing right now, that is a tough chest protector.
Dude, that was gnarly, eh? Man, Tiger Wood not having a great run today. Alexander.
Do you know if he's raced? Is this his first one?
I don't know. Let's look at this. Yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
Dude, that could have been
my
so bad.
God.
I'd be doing grandpa voice for like 5 minutes after that.
He almost just took that to the face. Like that was
That-
so close.
that would have been so gnarly.
Oh,
You remember? I think it was Vegas 2002, James Stewart
Yep.
on the 125
Yep.
when he hit the finish line, and then there's that next double, and he like was overshooting the shit out of it and scrubbing it, and he scrubbed it that one lap and just went.
it did like a Cordova.
And
Like he tried to
dude,
go over the
that
front.
slam was.
That was a brutal knockout.
That was the
man.
one that he was like wobbly when he got up, right? And his
Pretty
fender,
sure,
his
yeah.
his fender was up, and he tried to get on the bike, and then hit. Didn't
No. That was Daytona like years later. This was
Yeah.
on a Cowie.
This was
Oh, I
in,
thought
like-
you were talking about.
No,
I thought you were
this-
talking
this
about
was
his
Cowie
Daytona crash.
2002, bro.
Okay.
Remember in 03 when he missed like the start of the outdoor season and he
Oh,
come back at
no.
Budds Creek?
no way.
Flat rear.
Got a flat. That sucks.
Yeah, flat rear.
Oh, bummer.
Did you find out anything about him? No, yeah, he's full blown Russian. Even the first name, Alexander.
Oh,
No,
it's
that's flat. That's such an Aussie thing to say.
Yeah, well played, Chad.
That's an Aussie dad joke right there.
Dude, he's still in second. Or as far as timing and scoring is.
He might get third. I expected a lot more of Landon Gordon last year in futures. So I guess this is just kind of like the breakout.
Yeah,
The age is right. The time is right.
I feel like he was always like a little small too.
Yeah.
For the 250, it looks like he's kind of like growing into it a little bit, or at least like building the muscle
Yeah.
from the 250. You know?
They're young. I'm pretty sure, like him and his brother.
Yeah, both of them. They're actually from my hometown
Oh, right.
originally, but kids rip. It's been cool, like seeing them just being like super groms. You know, when I left, like I don't even know if they were racing yet. I'm
Yeah.
sure they were.
But it wasn't like
Yeah,
serious.
like I left in 2009. Like talking about Alex over here in 2004 being born. So
I
like,
know, right?
I feel like these guys younger than him, so they got to be. Maybe that 09 isn't too far off.
No.
know?
Just burn
Just
it
do
down,
a
bro.
burnout.
Burn it.
Yeah, get rid of it. Yeah, that's it, brother.
Just do a burnout with the flat. That'd be such a power move.
Would be a heavy power move. That thing would come
Especially
off the rim, dude.
he had a pretty big.
Yeah, you
big
won.
lead too.
You won.
Yeah,
You won.
Yeah.
I don't remember who won the futures, but I remember the burnout from the race. Who's the other Anderson out there?
Kind of has a bit of Ando going on, too.
Enzo Timmerman.
Oh. Have you ever been? Yeah, you said you've been there. How's the banking on it?
Insane,
So
right?
It is crazy. You could not explain to a person how steep those banks are.
Yeah.
I
And
mean-
they've been that steep forever, right? And like, that's just the way they race cars. Like,
Fuck, I can't believe it, man.
Standing there all day watching and like being a fan and like standing on that bank and watching Supercross, like your legs are so sore the next day. You know,
Yeah,
just
it's
standing on
good
there.
Yeah.
yeah, that's one of the better races I've ever gone to for sure from just bike week and everything.
Oh, boy, hang on to it.
Poor guy, final lap.
Oh, in third, too. No.
He looked like he just wanted to lay there for a minute. And be like,
Yeah.
how did I do that?
I had a crash once racing, just like when I was 16, 17. Went over the bars, like there was like a 3-3 little rhythm section. Over the bars, bang, and I just curled up in a ball and just laid there. And then the flag had come up. They're like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right." I literally just didn't get up, dude. Nothing was wrong with me. I just didn't want to move.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, yeah. I just need a minute.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
Done.
It's got to be like such a good feeling, obviously being in the SMX Next thing and like that's
It's futures, bro.
being the future of futures. Yeah, it's got to be cool though. Just that having one of those rounds at Daytona and then nostalgia of Daytona. It's pretty cool.
Oh, this is
Do a burnout. Come on.
do it.
What
Man.
about a burnout?
Yeah, come on, bro. I didn't train at all. Yeah, that kit looks good with the Dirt Studio boots. Should have done a burnout, bro. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty epic that they do this. And it's broadcast, it's televised, it's the whole deal. Oh, Jacko's. Have you been to Jacko's? You haven't, eh?
I've always wanted to. I think we were planning on it
The last trip?
the year that I came and stayed with you, but
Yeah.
I done fucked that.
Took a digger.
Day one.
Fuck, that was a big crash. Did you ever see that video of TB crashing it in Australia?
No.
He just did a turn up. We had like this massive road trip plan. He just flew down and we were going to go like 2 weeks. First day, we drove like 30 minutes from my place. Like, we'll call into Harry Binks compound. Big turn up. Just splat, dude.
Yeah.
Over.
Lord.
Fuck,
So we
it
spent
was
the next week just chilling.
in my, thinking back on it and my reflecting on it, like, should not have been doing an oppo turn up in the wind.
No.
But sometimes I'm a firm believer you got to learn the hard way. And yeah,
You want to do that again, will you?
the wind won.
Yeah.
Whip crashes are the worst of anything. I can only imagine a turn up on a moto, how bad.
Oh, and dude, concrete landing. The hardest dirt. The landing ramp's been there for like 15 years.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I saw that. I remember talking to you about it, but I don't know if I ever saw the actual clip.
Yeah,
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, we were down there and had this whole thing planned, and we were kind
Just
of
mute it and keep it playing.
So when
and
I
then-
was an amateur, I did Eastbound is Down with Verb Moto,
Oh, okay.
and that's when I first met Jace. And Jace drove with us back to Georgia from
From
California.
Cali to Georgia.
Yeah,
It was so much fun.
It
I've
was
been in
super
America
fun.
for like 2 weeks.
but then
You didn't
after
see
that, I guess that was what 2010, and this was 19? No, 18.
This would have been 19. It was
19,
right
It
before
was
COVID.
right before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did this and came down for this, and we called the Eastbound and Down.
Go back.
Eastbound and Down Under.
Keep going. It's right at the start.
And this was right before I went down for Farm Jam. So I went down early.
Oh, no.
And like Oppo, like I didn't know. So stupid.
You look like you got away from it fairly good considering.
Well, I mean, I did. I just went the way I was on top, like behind the bike and on top of it.
Uh-huh.
Like it just
You didn't get the...
put me
Yeah,
straight
like
to
the
my
gnarly
face.
slap.
It was
RIP Studio
like-
too.
an Oppo, like just a turn up in general. Like if you get behind the bike, like when you go to pull and you get behind it, it's really hard. You're kind of like stuck on top
Yeah.
of it rather than like being under it and with it, like letting it pull you in, you know? So whatever, neither here nor there, but I fucked up. Hit
So
my
yeah,
head.
no, you've never been to Jacko's.
Have not. No. It looks insane. That new video they
Crazy,
did
eh?
looks insane. Hell yeah. Shout out Atascadero, A-Town. My my grandma and my dad, they moved there. My grandparents bought a house and my dad was a junior in high school. My aunt was a sophomore. Still live in the same house. Shout out.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's
I
sick.
love that.
When I'm old and crusty, I'll probably be living there too.
A-Town.
That ain't a bad deal.
That was awesome.
Great job. Sometimes better lucky than good. This time you were lucky and good. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, JT.
He looks kind of like Pierce Brown.
Kind of
He
does,
does, right?
eh? Oh, Tiger ended up 5th. It's all right. Is this the same dude? He was on the podium at Phoenix, right?
Knowing that I've only had 2 months on the bike and I'm already doing this.
Yeah,
good.
that's right.
Super bummed about that race. I locked bars with somebody off the start, put me way back. I was buried, and then
Yeah, he was cool. We spoke to
pulled out
this
as hard as I
kid at the
could,
press conference.
making
He was really
passes,
cool,
and I
actually.
ended up second, so I'll take it. But really want to thank everybody at Team Green.
Wearing the
Council.
hat with a
You
bit of
for helping me
steez.
out. Monster Army,
Kinda got his own
Farms,
thing
Pro
going.
Circuit,
I mean,
everybody else. Thank
Like
you.
you said, it kind of looks
Yeah,
like
that's
Pierce.
Jace
Like
Zimmerman finishing
has
Look at him go.
the Pierce D
both,
too.
both of them.
Yeah, they kind of both like a weird, like if you split Pierce. Outdoors. We have outdoors still to go. Can you imagine how fired up Tomac's going to be for outdoors? He's
I
going
think.
to,
Did he get it plated, do you know, or did he just let it run?
don't know.
I don't know.
Because I've
Not sure.
heard that either fib and tib, more commonly, I think if you break your tibia and you still have your fibula, that it keeps it from healing because it almost like spreads it apart.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I don't know about vice versa. But you'd almost like take the cut through the calf to just get it plated and make sure it heals.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't remember which bone I did, but I did one of them once and I didn't have to get it. I didn't have to get surgery.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I can't remember whether it was the front one or the back one.
Yeah, because the tibia is massive and the fibula is like
the
a little
small
below.
one at the back,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember which one I did. But yeah, I didn't have surgery for it. But that ankle just clicks. Every
Does it?
step I take, that ankle clicks.
Actually, my ankle on that leg where I've done my tibia is thrashed too.
Yeah, right. Did you have surgery on it?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a rod through it, and then I had compartment syndrome from it because,
Oh,
but it wasn't like,
bad.
well, they called it chronic compartment syndrome for like 4 years. It just hurt because it was healing from the outside in, an infection in the bone from like the rod, or whether it was bad surgery or not, who knows? But there was bacteria in the bone, and it kept healing it and strangling the nerve. Got a fasciotomy, like arm pump surgery essentially,
Yeah,
for your calf. And then it was good for a month, and then it grew back in, tightened again, strangled the nerve, and they went in and cleaned it out again. So like a 4-year process, and then
Wow.
yeah, brilliant doctor in Reno, Pete Althausen, was like, I think you got an infection in your bone, and then he did a 4-hour surgery, most painful one I've ever had, of banging the rod out because it was in there for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've heard sometimes they don't come out. And he's like, I've taken a lot of rods out. And he told me after I woke up, he's like, yeah, the other doctors were coming in here. Like, what the hell are you doing?
What
in
is
here?
all that racket? Yeah, that's gnarly, dude.
Dude, Dungy, do you think I look like Dungy at all?
I think maybe some resemblance in a
Two
little bit,
sep-
but
2 separate Supercrossers. Actually, Josh Hill's wife was like, "Oh, you're Ryan Dungy, right?" And I was like, "I'm like, listen, it's an honor."
I'm the Monster Energy version.
Yeah.
Ryan Dungy.
and then the next round, I think A2, some random lady was like, "Oh my God, Ryan Dungy. It's nice to meet you." And I'm like, "No." And then she went on to tell me how hot Ryan Dungy was, and I was like, all right, now you're getting a little weird.
I mean, I feel like if you get it a third time, then like you must, right?
That's certified. You look just like this guy that's so hot. Okay.
I'd totally SSD.
That's funny. We got no big hitters in this one?
No factory riders. This is honestly the best though. The LC Kias with no factory riders, all the privateers going for broke.
Some clutches getting burned out here tonight, boys. The track hasn't broken down
as bad.
Crazy bad.
It looked really gnarly in practice.
Yeah, I agree.
I heard Ricky saying that the second or the latter part of the first qualifying was the worst the track's going to be all day, and I never really thought about that because they groom it and it gets more worked in, and
they pack
groom
it and pack it.
Yeah, so I guess it is better than it was earlier.
I feel like we've seen that a few times this year too.
Yeah,
where practice has been crazy bad.
Yeah,
like the last quali.
I feel like it was like that last year too because there was so much rain. At least on the West Coast swing, there was so much.
I'm
rain
glad it wasn't like that this year, dude. That was rough.
I mean, for me, like us being able to go ride, like I really enjoyed it. Like I had some proper trail rides, but
we haven't got anything this year.
Yeah, nothing.
It's been pretty rough. It's been dry as.
Well, it was just that one. We crammed it all into a couple days to where it was not as usable.
Have you been able to ride much at all lately?
How
long have you been back in town?
Well, I got stem cells in my wrist a little over 3 weeks ago.
Did it help?
I don't know yet. So like I took 3 weeks off, hadn't been drinking or anything for 3 weeks, and like just fully not like they told me to not even use like a drill or anything. Like
just let it chill.
Let it heal. And then I'm like, 3 weeks. Then I went surfing this morning, and then I'm gonna try to ride mountain bikes tomorrow, maybe a little bit. But
just at home?
Yeah, probably.
Let me know.
I'm gonna do something. But keep it mellow for at least another week. Have a beer with you guys, you know? It's time.
Can I have a beer, by the way?
We're through. Yes. Never had.
Somehow missed this side of the table, boys. I don't know. Do you want a beer, Griff? Oh, Modelo for those. What does they say? For those with the fighting spirit, brewed for those with the fighting spirit.
Model O, bro.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, cheers. I didn't think I'd be having a beer with you. I know that you're focused on your sleep, which I get. I think we should all focus on that and health. But Daytona?
Daytona, yeah, we can have a beer for Daytona. It was funny. We went to the we went to the AP thing before Dallas, and Malcolm McCassie was there, and he's like, "Hey, do you want a drink?" And I was like, "I don't really have a drink, man."
Yeah.
And then my wife just walks up with like a gallon of beer, and she's like, "I got you a beer."
Like, fuck me, right?
I was like, "Yeah, no, fucking make me look like an idiot."
Yeah. Looks like now I drink.
Yeah, no.
She's the boss.
Yeah. It was a nice beer too, actually. Rode the
Nice.
mechanical bull. First time I've ever done that. I could see how that could get addicting. To ride bulls, you know?
Yeah. I think a real bull, I think that would be highly addicting.
Because it was kind of, You make
It
like
would be
one,
so gnarly.
Yeah.
bro.
Oh my gosh.
But you can see, because I mean, the mechanical bull, like you can see when you're on it the way they move and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like it moves like a bull does. Obviously, it's way less violent. But you make like one mistake, and then it's like, and then you're off it. So you're like, I kind of just straight away wanted to go
Yeah.
and fix the mistake. So you could definitely see, if you were that kind of guy,
Yeah.
that you could get very, very addicted to like trying to perfect
Yeah.
the unperfectible thing.
They had a surfboard one with like a giant barrel over it. One of my daughter's friends' birthday parties recently. It's pretty fun.
How's that
That's
work?
cool.
You just stand on it, and it's not as aggressive, but it's a surfboard.
Yeah.
You stand on it, and then it spins, and it.
No way. That's so cool.
That's pretty sick. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
We
But
got a
the-
last lap battle here for fourth for the final transfer
It's always the
position.
best.
There's just the
2 to go.
LCQs just edge you.
Locarcio?
Oh. Some of those jumps are big, eh? Like that
Right.
last double to double in out
yeah,
of that.
the one out of the rhythm. There's
Yeah.
like that single, like, that seems like 60, 70 feet past that crosses the start. And they're just jumping from like a small 3 foot in
Yeah.
rhythm all the way over that thing. It's a big stretch.
It's cool that it's kind of safe to just completely case it, though.
Yeah.
Have you ridden Barona Oaks yet?
No, you told me about it. But
It's good, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not ridden it.
I haven't been there in
you haven't been there?
years.
Dude, we
Been
should all
so
go do a
long.
ride there.
I'm
Yeah.
super down.
Dude, I want you to take me to all the freeride spots. Like,
There's a lot of them.
yeah.
I don't know if you did you see Patrick's video that he just did?
No, I saw the thumbnail and then whatever, like,
There's-
didn't have time to watch it, but like,
Call it Carpet City or something, but there's
what's the main dude's name? It was in the On the Pipe series, isn't
Vinny Carbone.
Vinny, yeah.
I think there's there's kind of crews that kind of come and go out there,
Yeah.
but Vinny was always the staple dude, and
kind of the
it
trail boss?
seems like the video that I just watched of Patrick, like shout out to him, like highlighting those guys,
Yeah.
doing all the hard work and digging. But it was cool that I'm fully spacing his name right now, and I apologize, but him out there with he brings his family out, and he kind of just started riding like 3 years ago and went out there and really enjoyed it. And now brings his family, and his family kind of chills, and like daughter comes out and kind of helps him dig, and
It's pretty sick, eh?
It's pretty fucking cool.
Well, especially if you don't have that many people to ride with, and then you wanted someone to call for help if you crash or something,
Yeah.
and then want to hang out with your fam.
I think just digging's like therapeutic too, in a way,
Yeah.
too,
Yeah. Yeah, digging's good for the soul.
Mm. I got a little trail tool, but I don't have a handle on it yet. So I think next rain I want to just go
Yeah.
and actually do some digging,
Sick.
fix some shit up. We rode the other day right after the rain, and the trails were fucking mint.
Were they
And there was so many people digging. And me and Griff were just like,
mountain bike?
yeah, we were like, we almost shouldn't be
Dog
riding. Yeah.
I went out because I'm new to town, and want to set a good example and I want some good jumps to ride. But I wasted my only free day at home to rebuild that step up lip, like the main trick one.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
it took the dog down and spent, I don't know, 2 hours.
Give me a
reshape-
call when you go.
Word. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do.
Yeah, I got my own trail tool and everything. I just haven't
Sick.
got a handle on it yet. Do you have a favorite trail there yet that you?
Not really. I mean, I just car crash
Yeah, that's sick, eh?
up there, and then, yeah, I don't really like that Pro Line one that much. Like, it's kind of cool, but
They're a bit small. I haven't hit them, but like for the size of the lips, they're like small.
well, they're
it
just
seems.
like
Yeah.
not that trickable, but kind of just
Abrupt,
yeah.
seems like. Shout out to the
Here we
digger,
go. I wanted to check a piss before we go.
Huh?
We gotta watch this.
We can pause it if you want.
All right, we know.
See,
that he's
that's
off
what
to
I
going.
think for the main. He might actually score an inside gate.
Yeah, if he sits on the inside there.
Yeah, we
But
got
he
time after this. We're gonna
DNF'd.
watch
And,
this.
oh my god, he almost did it again.
Chase, bro, just Fucking double it if you have to, brother.
It's crazy that he DNF'd though, and he still got that good of a gate pick.
Huh. Might have hustled that one. You know what I mean? Yeah, he probably just fully hustled it. Griff just lit up now that he's got a beer. So happy. Chase Exon is in the lead of the LCQ for anyone that's wondering.
Dude, he's so fucking
Oh, that was
fast.
Starling in second that gapped the wall.
Yeah. He rips, man.
Yeah.
He was so fast as an amateur too. Yeah, it's been a long time off the bike for Chase, really. Second quali, did a parade lap of the heat race, and one section, and
I
then
don't
sat
even
out.
remember who I picked for my fantasy team. I gotta double check.
It's wild how much faster he is just fully cruising, eh? Like, I don't think he's sending it right now, and he's already just got a massive lead.
That's what's weird, though, because he looked so smooth on his ridiculously fast lap.
I just think he hit a real soft pocket in the up ramp because it was the exact same thing that Thrasher did.
But, like, how many other people have hit that pocket? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, what
yeah.
a weird...
Yeah. So who we got? Yeah, Norin, Lane, Meshi. They're kind of on the bubble.
I guess
Yeah.
it was kind of like Dungey, though. Like, he didn't ever look out of control, but if he did crash, it just came out of nowhere. It wasn't like, oh, he's hanging it out.
Yeah.
Like, Chase usually doesn't look out of control. It just, something just happened.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's hauling ass though at all times.
Yeah,
Like,
he
Dungey-
always looks like
Dungey
he's
was always.
ripping.
Oh,
You got
Oh,
lucky on
no.
that one. Is that hand or groin?
Yeah, it was, oh. Yeah, his actual name's Hand, too.
Yeah, no.
Like, yeah, it was Hand. But was it his hand? Oh.
oh, he
Oh, that was
goes straight at the
rough.
bike. Yeah, he landed straight at the bottom.
Ghost Ride the whip. Yeah. Damn, you wonder what
Damn.
this does for Chase tonight. Like, if he wins, I'd imagine it would be really hard to win after being in the LCQ and taking a big hit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously he can win, but it just seems like a lot to deal with in a day.
For sure.
It seems like hard to win a Supercross race in general.
I'm sure we could do some research on this in a little bit, huh?
Like, how many people have won from the LCQ?
Yeah, because I only remember things like RV was the only one to win a championship with not even making it to the main, like
Yeah.
messing up. But I don't know about how many people have won from an LCQ, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It has to be more common, though.
I remember someone doing it.
I was gonna say it like wasn't too long ago either. right?
Not too long ago. What's he done here? It'd be dangerous just being out front like this.
Oh my God.
He's just so fast that like it's almost like he's like riding. Not that he's riding over his head, but it's just like it's so fast that it almost seems like it's always on that ragged edge.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, it's just on the edge when you're going that
Yeah.
fast, you know. But it'd be weird, right? Like to lay up in a sense, like to back it off a few percent probably feels just as sketchy in a
Yeah.
way.
For sure, but right now he's got a hurt shoulder or something.
Yeah.
Seems like it's the time to back it off. You got a 7-second lead and you're going off the track, right? You know?
You'd think. You're making sense. I'll give you that.
The math adds up.
Yeah. Yeah, double death. That's probably the move.
I had I don't know what happened to him, but Ryan Brees in 14th, he qualified pretty good. I picked him for my
Wild card.
fantasy team, and
He's letting you down.
He had a big handicap, so I was like, you're gonna gamble a little bit,
That's what I remember about the pole points. That like if you paid attention to qualifying and you got to see someone that had never had a good ride,
Yeah.
if they qualify well, then you get mega bonus points.
Yeah, he doesn't look like that's happening
Dude,
tonight,
shout out
mate.
to Jerry Robin. I think that first lap, he was like 16th or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got 2 in front of him, 3 in front of him. He's
And
gonna
2
get
to
it.
go.
He's honestly been riding really good this season.
Yeah.
You remember when he did Loretta's on
Yeah,
a
that was the
1989
coolest shit ever.
CR250? Bro, and was actually fast?
Yeah. Didn't he win? I think he won his class, right?
I feel like something happened to the bike and then he rode a normal bike and won maybe. Maybe that rings a bell.
It was something. It was just shout out. He was ripped.
Yeah, he was really
Wasn't
good.
it like an early 90s bike or something, right?
I think it was like an 89.
Is there something else cool about him too? His name's like, I'm not connecting it, but I feel like he's done something else that's pretty remarkable. Jerry Robin.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, this would be really wild
he's
if he
in.
did. Oh my God.
Oh, he's got it. He's got
I
it.
love
Yeah.
the options through the sand.
Yeah.
So cool.
So this is the last lap. Oh.
He's in. Oh, Harlan coming back, dude.
That's so much faster. It ain't over. They were saying 40 less loads.
Oh, wow. He drilled those 2 berms.
Is Harlan the one from Hawaii?
No, I don't think so. He looks like he's from Milwaukee or something.
Who's the one?
Who's it? Dude, they're catching Norin.
Mm.
Oh, what did Harlan do?
Yeah, he kind of blew it in that one.
Yeah, that was a good ride. I'd love to see where exactly he was on the first lap because, even Lee
I
just
was
said it
gonna
then.
say.
Yeah, really good comeback.
It would have been like 14th, I think.
Go on, mate. Get out of there.
Take this, mate.
Oh well, Chase Sexton with the LCQ win. That was seemed like kind of a given. That's
Yeah, I'm curious on that because he DNF'd and he had a really good gate pick on the inside, but I feel like a lot of people seems like most of the whole shots have been coming from left of the doghouse.
Yeah.
It's just because it seems like you can kind of arc into that turn a little bit better and not be so tight to be on the brakes as much.
Yeah. This ad's sick, dude. I think I might go to that fight next weekend.
Where's it?
Vegas. Yeah, it's
When's the next time they're going to be in California? They usually do the Honda Center. At least
Yeah,
like
there
once a
should
year,
be
right?
an Anaheim card at
Yeah.
some point. They did Staples Crypto Arena. But that was A2.
Gotcha.
So I decided to go to A2. But
I was going to say, I think I actually came and checked out this studio for the first time
right before that.
right before,
Yeah.
and you were saying that you were potentially going to be going to that, but then I saw you at 8.
Nah, I pushed out. Yeah. I was like, nah, I can't not go. But yeah, Ankalaev and Pereira.
It's going to be a good one.
Gonna be crazy, dude. And then
And they're both such good strikers too. Like,
did you see John Jones commented on one of our Dom Reyes
no,
posts?
did he? Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I like opened it up and I was like, oh, no shit. The GOAT. He was like ripping on him basically.
Was he?
Yeah, what did he say? He was like,
Because Reyes was like talking about how he like analyzed him, right?
Yeah.
Was it that video that I saw?
yeah. And then he was like, hey, how about we play rock, paper, scissors, best of 3? That way you could potentially beat me at something and I don't have to hear these stories for the next 40 years. I was like, all right, fair call. Yeah, dude, the salmon is lit.
Yeah. this is just like a shameless plug, but like shout out Bear Flag.
Yeah, Bear Flag. No,
I
shout him out.
I
dude.
went and spent my hard-earned money on this, and oh, man, it's good.
It might be time for me to get in on one of these as well, actually. Have you ever been to Bear Flag?
Mm-mm.
It's in Newport. I'd never been there until we went.
Say the name again.
Bear Flag in Newport Beach.
Huh. Yeah, dude, it's kind of mind-blowing thinking how often you see tuna poke, but not
Salmon.
salmon poke.
Yeah.
This
like-
one, try this one. This is
ceviche.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Peruvian
But
ceviche.
about the mentality of where you're at right now.
Yeah, it's time to buck up tonight and be tough. Luckily, I'm fairly okay from that crash. Just came up short and, yeah, kicked me over the bars. I got away pretty good. So, thank God I got a good start in
good,
LCQ. Rode
It's
a
so
few
good.
good, or not good
That was
laps,
good
but
stuff.
a
I mean,
few laps and then,
you
my
gotta
bars
say,
came
like
loose, so I
sometimes
had
you're
to
like,
roll
man,
the rest
poor
of the
Chase, like
last
having
two
to
laps,
hear
and
that
I
over
left
and
the
over
bars
and
at
over
1
again.
point.
Like
So,
little bit
we're
of
in the main event.
an
It's
element
time
of
to go
like
out
it was
there and, be a
self-induced, you
man
know.
and
But
buck up
it's
tonight.
All right,
I think it's like, you know, it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you respond. And
It's about how you
I'm
get back up.
really stoked to see how he responds and kind of where he ends up on the line for the main.
He needed a full-blown bounce back
Yeah.
tonight too, and that's going to be tough.
Do you know what place Cooper got back to?
Fourth?
Fourth.
I think Cody Shock got fifth. Yeah.
That's so sick.
Oh, we're live. Daytona.
Shout out to MC too for that hole shot challenge.
Yeah, did
That's
you
so
do it?
cool.
At,
I did.
Was it fun?
It was so fun, especially at Glen Helen, like
Up the star
on
straight.
the start into Talladega, like so cool at night. You know, a little bit of
Couple beers, maybe. Couple 805s.
couple.
That's
But
so
yeah,
good.
no, it was so fun. And honestly, I've never started on the grates. And it was crazy because you're not allowed to use that whole shot device. But I rode my dual sport 500, was
So you-
awesome.
Yeah.
Except for the first time I went up against Kalana, and Kalana was on the
On
start.
the Stark.
And it was just the practice go, which luckily it was just the practice go and it wasn't straight into it. But second gear on the dual sport and the 500, dude, that thing hooked so hard that I like not almost looped, but I had to like yeah with the clutch to like keep the front wheel down, you know. So the second one I started in third, and I went up against A-Ray. A-Ray was on a KX 500, and I was on my KTM 500 dual sport. And dude, I started in third, and I kind of rolled back on the gate and kind of slowly rolled it in third, and I got my fourth gear shift like probably like 10, 15 feet out of the gate. Went from fourth to fifth down the start straight, and like we were so close. Like the two 500s, like it was so close. But shout out to A-Ray too. Like he almost looped it and got to the got to the fucking back brake like as he was passing the finish line before
Looped it
going
before the
ejectos.
finish line.
Yeah, like he was wheeling down the straight, and he was like, we were both leaned back, just trying to beat each other, and he almost looped it. Like
I
can
could
show you
see
the
how
clip.
that would
It's-
get weird.
and especially KX 500, like those things are such beasts, right? But lean back and trying to get your foot back to the brake on one of those things before like going ejecto-cedo off of
Yeah.
Talladega, into a wall.
Into the sign, taking out the E.
Yeah.
At that point, you're 70 mile an hour or something. Huh?
I mean, we had to have been, I got to fifth before the finish, and I was like
Hanging off the back.
just
of
hanging off the back, full tuck. But it was cool. It was fun. I'll show you the clip when we're done. But it's like hearing the third gear start, and like
Just Barack.
they ended up giving it to him. Like they gave him the win, but like win, lose or draw, like me like watching the video back and like listening to my bike starting in third, and then like how quickly I got the fourth gear start or the fourth gear shift was pretty fucking cool.
That's so
How?
good.
Yeah, and they're old as shit. Like
Well, I was my dual sports like 20 22 or whatever it is.
Okay,
Like
okay.
KTM
It's a 500
500
four-stroke.
four-stroke.
Yeah.
With the big tank and like the
Yeah,
light on the
okay.
front and the horn, and then he's got the old school KX 500. So it was like
Okay, so-
a 500 battle 2-stroke versus 4-stroke, and it was
Sick.
so funny. Like we were sitting on the line, they're showing it here. Live, and they were kind of showing the whole shot thing, and it would be really like his idea of it would be really cool, like to be able to see like now like MC go up against say like Eli or Jet and like do a whole shot challenge and have some of these bigger names in and no whole shot device and old school. Like I don't know, it'd be just super cool, right?
Big part of
Always
me
will be too.
Yeah,
Big part of me just wishes they would do away with whole shot devices at the races.
and greats too.
Yeah, like let's get rid of it. Like let's actually make the start of the race come down to skill in the same way that it comes down to whoops in being a skill thing, you know? Like right now it's all just so dialed in. They got the rev limiters, they got the start maps, they got the it's all just so and they're down the start straight before you even know it. Like it's kind of barely a part of the race these days.
Yeah, I think to take out as many mechanical advantages as possible is advantageous for for Supercross and motocross, because like F1 is like way more car than driver, you know, and like a mountain bike is like way more, but it's supposed to be right in the middle.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know.
Well, even in F1, like they barely have any start aids at all. Like, and you could see when they went away from that, like the starts became way more varied, you know. But you look at MotoGP, the only time anyone gets a bad start now is when the electronics fuck up.
Yeah.
Like one of the dudes,
Wasn't it Marquez?
no, not today. He ripped a whole shot today in the
This
sprint.
season started already?
Dude, first race was
Today.
Marquez smoked him, bro.
Really?
Off pole.
What bike's
Oh,
he
no,
on now?
factory's on pause.
Factory
Factory
Ducati.
Ducati.
Okay.
I remember last year, I'm pretty sure it was him. One of them, he like came
Yeah,
in
just
and
what?
and I don't think something happened with the electronics and his starting device or whatever didn't work. And he like, when he dropped the clutch or the light went green, he just spun so bad. And like,
Oh, yeah, he
That's
hit a
right.
tear off.
yeah, he came
Good
in
shout, Griff.
from the parade lap, threw a tear off and,
And it
like,
went
and then
down.
it went down
Yeah,
and stuck right underneath his eye.
Yeah.
This year I'm going to pay the most attention to it. I've never followed one.
Oh, bro, it's the shit.
Like even like my kids' swim coach when they were babies. So this was like 10 years ago. It's like always trying to talk to me about MotoGP. I'm like, that's the one thing I don't know enough about. Like I'm gonna start watching it and I never end up.
This year's the year.
Like I'm gonna dial in. So I only missed one race, right? So I'm gonna.
No, it's only the sprint. Dude, the race is probably... Wonder what time it
Oh, that was
starts.
just the sprint he smoked.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
sick! All right, I'm gonna dial in. And
'cause
I'm gonna watch the
technically-
whole season.
it's on tonight.
Yeah, because technically the race, like the actual race, there's qualifying, practice, the sprint, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
The race is technically tomorrow, but with the time difference, it'll
It's
happen
tonight. Yeah.
Where are they racing at?
Thailand.
Because usually it's Qatar, right? It's the first one under the lights,
I think
or that's
F1. Yeah.
But I thought it was the same. I don't know.
No, yeah, they've been doing the preseason testing in Qatar, in Thailand, and like kind of staying there. And then it's Austin is on the 30th of March for MotoGP.
Are you going?
Yep. Yeah, you should come. Where are you going to be? When do you go to Australia?
May.
Okay.
All of May, I'll be in Oz.
Yeah.
I think I'm on a film project. Me and Vicky are doing a 805 film at the end of March.
Yeah.
I think we're done on the 27th or 28th, I think.
That's
so
when
like
that's
I
when it
could,
is,
but I'll probably be hanging with the wife after a few days in the days, you know?
I get it. I get that.
Where are you gonna be May 30th?
Isn't
You gonna come to
so-
Reno?
Oh, that was March.
March
Sorry.
30th, yeah.
I'm gonna be in Melbourne actually.
Ugh.
I
Oh,
fly.
May.
I flow. I have the
Killing me.
last show May 31st, and then fly home on the 1st. I know last year too. I'm so bummed to miss it.
last year he got hurt, but came to my event 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
And then missed it the last 2 years, and we're like, we need you. You're a staple.
It just doesn't feel right having to miss it, you know? Like you get stuck in the scroll hole, and you're seeing all the good times on the gram. And I was there the year that Colby sent the bike into the pool.
Looped out his 450 into the hotel pool, casino pool.
Yeah, there's an instant.
Was convinced
Everyone
that
get the fuck out of the
it was
rooms.
beneficial for the hotel that he did them a favor. You know how many views we're gonna get? You know how much content? And maybe he had a point, but they're like, no, this is not chill, bro.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right.
We need to bring you a quick word from our sponsor, motorsport.com. I got a YZ450F out the back there that I got some upgrades to do. You know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to need some help with customer service, so I'm going to chat with a gearhead. This box showed up. It has a 2007 KTM Master Cylinder, a Yamaha caliper, also 2007, and a Turner braided brake lines. I feel like this is a very good upgrade, $600. Need the old hanger, so we're going to put a bit of grease on that and get it back on, bolt it right. Caliper has been done. Now this can just get bolted on. Now, shout out to Kiefer, who I think stole this off Doug Dubai. That was easy. That was easy. All it needs now is to be bled and ridden. This is a pretty epic upgrade. You can get OEM parts to build this little Frankenstein brake kit, or basically anything else for any brand by going to motorsport.com. It's made event time, boys.
You had kitchen, right?
Yes.
I said Anstey, but I
Anstey?
regret my decision.
I mean, you never say never, right?
Nah.
I guess
little volume.
The chef's cooking, bro.
Oh, wow.
Levi got a terrible start. Oh, no.
They all kind of flinched there.
Anstey, let's go. VL, dude. Oh, there's my guy. All right, boys. I'm out. Don't worry about it. Fuck.
Wow, Vial.
Oh,
Is that
dead
kitchen
last
in
at
second?
Daytona. Nah, I think that's Hammaker.
Oh, rat farts for Anstey, huh?
Yeah, fucking good call, boys. Vial is on one.
Yeah, you'd think like the turns, like you said earlier, like they've done so much work to the track over the full day, right? In between all the riding, and the more they ride it, kind of packs it in, and the more they work on it. But you'd think some of the turns would be like more rutted, right?
Well, they said
in practice it looks so bad.
Yeah, and they said that dude, Hymus is looking alright.
Dude, Hymus looks really good, actually.
Kitchen just blew his teammate off the track.
Yeah, Hammock is off the track. They were saying that. Oh no, McAdoo.
Oh, his knee popped out for sure.
At Daytona. Yeah, they were saying 40 less truckloads of dirt than normal. So maybe they just haven't. There's just not as much dirt on the ground, you know,
Did
and they're
they
just
say
like
why?
digging into the ground. I don't know. You got to think that's worth a bit of cash. 40 truckloads of dirt.
Yeah.
This is a battle.
I mean, the track, for less dirt, the track still looks really good.
Yeah, that's what everyone's been
Like
saying.
the layout and stuff, like all the jumps, like that, like I said earlier, that front section with all the doubles and like that wall jump, it's pretty fucking cool.
Lap times are a little short, aren't they? Normally like over one.
They're usually around that like minute and a half time, and in practice it was like, I don't know, I think Chase had the fastest at
117 or-
like
118, I think.
118. I think most of them were like low 120s.
This is a real battle here. Cool section, eh? Chance basically didn't ride in the off season too, which is pretty crazy.
Was it knee injury, right?
Yeah, knee, and then he got arm pump surgery because when he came back from his knee, could not hang on to the bike. Never had arm pump that bad in his life, and then finally got the surgery. And he only got the surgery maybe 5 weeks before the season started.
Wow.
So yeah,
and his ACL was only like
4 months.
He's 4 months, yeah.
Yeah,
Stewie did it. Stewie perfect season after 4 month.
Was it 4? He did a 4-month
did
ACL.
4 months after an ACL, and then had his perfect season.
That's crazy.
So obviously, good things can happen, but
Well,
usually,
it's apparently a new surgery. They take a bit off your IT band, and they basically like graft your ACL back together.
okay.
Yeah. Who else is doing
I
that?
feel like
We were
it's-
only just talking. Yeah, Kiefer. Oh, Aiden Kiefer.
It's kind of like
it.
always evolving,
Yes.
RJ, dude.
Oh yeah, let's pan away from that.
Yeah.
Dude, who picked RJ?
right? I did.
Attababe.
He just did so good last year when he was riding West, but he rode a 450.
Yeah. I was there the year that Jeremy Martin rode the 450. Was fastest in practice the whole time, and then fucking grenaded himself, dude. Where everyone was like,
In
holy
the main
shit.
or in the
No,
heat?
in practice.
Oh, no way.
Everyone's like, dude, Jeremy Martin's going to win Daytona. And then just absolutely destroyed himself.
What a stud, huh? That guy has put together some of the most ridiculous mind-melting rides.
Who's that?
Um,
Jeremy Martin?
yeah,
Oh, yeah. He was a beast, dude.
yeah.
Just a beast. I stayed at their place after Millville once to do a film project with them. And man, the Sunday after, it was the Monday after the race at Millville. They didn't touch the track. It was dry, completely unprepped, and they busted out 240s and then did a gnarly mountain bike.
No
and
way.
were like climbing the hills on a mountain bike.
Just built different.
And Phil Nicoletti went over the bars on the mountain bike, rode past us. He's like, fuck these two idiots. Fuck it. Like, just lost his shit. He had blood all over his face, smashed the visor off his helmet. He's like, fuck this, I'm going home.
Do you know Phil pretty well?
A little bit. He's a legend.
Have you done the pod with him?
He did the pod after Marvel Supercross in like 19, I think, or 20.
In Oz.
22, sorry.
Was that in Oz?
In Oz, yeah. I keep telling him, like, I'll fly him out to do this anytime he wants.
He's
He
very
seems like-
entertaining.
Yeah,
Dude,
he,
he's
se-
the
he seems
man.
like a good
He
dude.
speaks his mind.
He is.
Typical New Yorker, you know?
I know a few people like that that run a little hot, and they're some
Yeah.
of the funnest people to hang out with.
so true. Dude, Anstey up to 12th.
Yeah.
He's got 9.5 minutes left.
Legend right there. Mitch Payton on screen. Legend of all legends.
Legend. He's had a bit of a tough. Oh
No!
Dude, the curse.
no! Dude, that section.
No. Oh,
He hit his head hard.
He looked
yeah,
cross-eyed right
he
there.
did,
huh?
Fuck.
Dude. Oh. Talk about like we're not announcing, we're kind of announcing it for us, but like
Yeah, we
shout out
commentated.
the announcer's cursed, man. We were just talking about Mitch and like
you
course,
literally
he's-
just said.
I was about to say like poor guys like had a tough run with some guys, and he's wall on camera like that. Oh
Wait. That looked like there was some smoke coming out of the bike, bro.
Beforehand, huh?
Watch it after the finish line. Or was that just dust?
I think it was just dust.
Oh,
Oh,
bro.
oh,
Wow.
oh.
It's always something.
Dude, it's crazy the fine line because I remember a couple laps, he and a couple other people were almost doing like a Superman, like pinching the back of the
Yeah.
bike and go forward, and it like, oh, it looks like they're good.
It's
And it was like this much further than those times.
so crazy to just I don't know, man. Like this sport is just so brutal.
Oh, they're gonna red flag it.
Dude, what is with red flags this year?
It's been brutal, man.
That one, when Kitchen won, and Anstey got
Yeah,
completely
that was
screwed.
heartbreaking.
That was a tough one because it's like you never really heard too much about what they said about the rule and like AMA's ruling or like thoughts
Yeah, but
around
the
it.
AMA
like,
rule is that if X amount of percent is done.
But-
like,
Yeah, but they changed it and then just no one knew about it, right?
but they like there's 7 seconds
Yeah,
left.
why would
like,
you
why not
change that
just
rule?
let that
I'm
7
a fan,
seconds?
dude. Like watching
You're a merchant of chaos.
watching the Daytona 500 and then watching how
Yeah,
many times
green-
the red
yeah,
flag.
yeah.
You gotta end on something like
Yeah.
a
Dude,
strong
I
note. So,
agree. Especially Daytona, like
green,
I-
white checkers.
I
Yeah.
always turn on the Daytona 500 and the NASCAR race, and like you kind of be doing shit around the house, whatever. You come back for like the last 5 laps, and
Yeah.
like that's the best.
Yeah, and
because
it
they're
is.
always bunched back up because there's yellows and cautions and stuff.
the last couple laps this year, there was a couple restarts, right?
Yeah.
So like, and you get more action at it, and like, who's like, I'm a fan of it, and I get it's, if I did, you could slice that many different ways and be very, confident in your.
I know what you're
decision.
saying.
But like, for the sake of the sport and like
Yeah.
viewing as a viewer.
Yeah,
and-
that was
and
the
for Levi Kitchen.
craziest. That was the craziest 2 laps.
Yeah.
Well,
It's crazy with the Daytona 500 too when they, half the field crosses the finish, but they're wrecked.
yeah,
There's a
they're just
huge pile up
spinning, yeah.
across the finish. Like, it's
Well,
kinda
how's
cool.
Ricky Stenhouse was saying, he did the pod this week, and he was saying when he won the Daytona 500, he didn't even have enough fuel for a burnout.
No way.
He reckons one more lap, lost. Crazy,
crazy.
dude.
And
He's
that's
like,
common. Like,
yeah,
that happens.
yeah, because he's like, well, if you can put 2 seconds worth of fuel in the car instead of 3, that's half a lap.
Yeah.
And you have less fuel for weight. You're going to go faster.
Yep. So this is for Kitchen, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
He was off. I mean, he was off the track.
Poor guy.
That's
Anstey's stoked.
yeah,
He's going to end up on the right side of this one.
yeah.
God, I hate to see that for Levi.
I know.
I guess back to that the first red flag a few rounds ago. That was it was just so crazy that the 7 seconds to go that it should have just been green, white, checkered. Like you'd think like when they took off, that's the green flag. They gave him the green flag to take off. When they came past the finish the
White
first time,
flag.
it should have been white flag.
So
then
apparently that's the
checkered.
new rules, right? The new rules that no one knew about or
Mm.
look, they didn't publicize, but written in the new book is it has to go 3 laps. It's 3 full laps. So they went around half lap. That started the 3 laps. So that is apparently the new rule,
Wow.
but no one knew it. Everyone, even the commentators, even Ricky and everyone were like, oh, 90% of the race, it's done. But like the new rules did say 3 full laps. So they did 3.5, right?
I love that I'm learning this from you.
I know.
It's the
I'm
best.
a fan of the sport.
I
dude.
know it's the best, dude. Oh, that's so
I guess
good.
they didn't say anything about it on the broadcast, but I didn't really do too much research.
Because they
on
didn't know
but-
it either. Like
yeah.
everyone hadn't a clue, and I didn't know at the time either. But I'm just saying, like I found out, did some digging afterward.
What's that? What's that movie where it's like, let's play a game called I Win.
Why? Because I win.
Let's make a new rule. I win. Oh, it's Big Daddy, right? Adam
Yeah.
Sandler.
That's a great movie.
That was a good movie,
Yeah.
Kangaroo song.
Who do you want to win tonight, Julian? The goddamn Jets.
What's your name? I'll write it on the wall.
That's classic. Staggered start, eh? Anstey's just going to pass like 6 dudes in the first lap, come back, win the race. Imagine that. Bro, how was Axel's crash the other day?
The other day,
You didn't see that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah, he
Oh,
put it
the
on his-
he
huge
went left.
triple went left.
You shouldn't-
Totally fine.
No, he broke
No,
his
he
hand.
broke his hand.
Oh,
But I
Like,
mean,
not
dude,
super
that's
bad, but-
totally fine for that crash.
Yeah, for how bad that could have been.
If he was like 2 feet more to the left, just explosion of motorcycle and body parts.
There's something to be said about that. Of like the room for air, the margin of air there is like none.
Yeah.
And a jump that big out of a hole that's blind, like so gnarly. Like it seemed like, you know, footage never really does something justice. I've hit that jump before it was changed a little bit. Like it's definitely changed, but like either way, no way you shake it down. It's really thin. Like there's no other way around it, right?
Yeah.
Like the landing is like a dozer
And when
blade
you're-
and a half wide. Like
and when you're up here, I bet it looks like this.
Yeah.
Looks like a postage stamp.
when it's turning into it too. That's not like you line up and it's straight, right? You're
no,
just all...
it comes out of a berm and you kind of like hit a jump into it and then it's fairly straight. But
Yeah, but for that big, it's just shows. Yeah, that's how gnarly it is.
If it's like, you know, say, I don't know the exact distance, but if it's like 150 feet and you're like, you don't hit it perfectly straight and you're like 1 degree at an angle, like that is so much over exaggerated in that big of a jump that like that 1 degree angle can like put you off the side of that thing and into
Dude,
the
our mountain
bushes.
bike landings are wider than that
Yeah.
at a 40-foot jump.
You know what they say, boys? If you take off from LA, aim for New York, and you're 3 degrees off, you land in Florida.
They say that?
They do.
Wow, we learn something new every day. That's pretty cool.
I read it in a book, actually.
Yeah.
No, I just never forgot it. That's pretty wild, though. But that's
Yeah.
pretty much what's happening. Just when the jump's that big and that far off, you just a little bit away. It's like Rampage, dude. Some of the shit you guys
Oh
do,
yeah, well
like
that's yeah.
that's so fucked up. Just a couple little rocks,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Hansel and Gretel spec.
Yeah, because you can't really build the landings that wide. I mean, I guess you could if you had
If you had more time.
Yeah, but or more cliff or more whatever. Like, but yeah, those are
But like they say,
those are the
grandma would be your grandfather if she had a cock.
Wow, that's a good one.
That's a Russian saying.
That's a good one.
Anna says that one. So turn it back up a bit. Sorry, Griffo.
I feel like Max he should have seen that coming, huh? No.
Well, and also probably deserves it for wearing that gear. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
I mean, I pick up what you're putting down.
Fuck, that's bad.
I will say though, like him coming out of that turn, it seemed like he had like a really big drive, and when he went to break into that turn, it looked like his bike kind of got unsettled a little bit,
like stood up.
which kind
Yeah.
of stood him up, and like he
Yeah.
came in a little hotter than he was like expecting. It looked like.
Fuck, poor Levi.
Dang it. Poor Mitch too.
Like, who's left? Hammaker. McAdoo's out.
Hammaker and Marchbanks.
Marchbank's is doing pretty good at least.
Yeah, well, he was hurt too. He hurt his shoulder.
Yeah.
He was out one of the rounds.
He was out one round.
Yeah, for a title for sure, but
Fuck, dude. Drew Adams, collarbone. Like, literally all of them. What does Mitch have to do? Like, he needs to go and do ayahuasca or something. You know what I mean? Like, he's got to go and do something.
he needs to have 15 riders like Star to,
yeah.
strengthen numbers.
Yeah.
You
It's
can-
just been a biblically bad run.
yeah.
And it's like you don't want that to leave like a sour taste in people's mouths of like, oh, I don't want to like go ride.
I don't
for
wanna do
Mitch
this.
because
Yeah.
there's this like quote unquote curse behind it. But like
But even for
it's
Mitch
all
to
it
just
takes
be
is
like,
that one person to break the curse, and then it's like there's no more curse, you know?
Yeah. But even for Mitch, he could just be like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Not worth it. I'm over it. Not that he will, but just doesn't deserve that.
No,
No,
not at all.
it's like literally saddening. Like it makes me feel sad.
And the fact that
It's-
the world got to see him on camera, see that crash too.
Yeah, they set
that's
that
just
up, bro.
insult
That's
to
a felt.
injury.
Wait, that's gonna end up on a video. The
Someone-
setup. Feld did that.
Someone's
guy.
gonna throw some like one of the memes, and they throw
The
something in the
stick.
spokes.
Yeah. All right, boys. The camera's on Mitch. Throw the stick. Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
There was like one braking bump too that it was not a big one, but just hit. When if it was like another foot before or foot after, he,
Might have rode it out.
well, might have not been red flagged it. Might have been able to get up.
How many people have almost died on that thing tonight, though? Future's kid,
Yeah.
him, Olaf. These starts are crazy. But I mean, this is how every other motorsport starts. Like, it's so foreign for us, but this is literally what every other.
There's this
I feel like they need to have need to have a dedicated start gate because they've used it 50% of the time in the 250s this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they need like a dedicated set of lines, or like let's bring out a grid, or like
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
like because this just seems unprofessional. Even though it's like you said, it happens in other motorsports, but
Yeah, put some grid lines out there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I see what you're saying. They did it with that line there.
They used to have this thing when I grew up racing as a kid. There was that's Bounty Hunter series. So like the fastest guy would be at the back,
At the back.
and the slowest qualifying guy would be at the front. And like it was very entertaining to see that.
Yeah, reverse grid, basically.
Oh, we're back green.
we're back, baby.
The
At
boys-
least we know Anstie wearing the pink gear. We kind of can like pick where he's at.
Did he make any spots?
I don't know. There's 3 pinkies.
I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Thrasher, Bennick.
Anstie was right behind Faulkner, wasn't he? Either Faulkner.
Nah, he was there. He was in 11th or 12th.
But the timing hasn't quite
Yeah.
adjusted yet.
Yeah, they might need to fix that.
Oh, RJ.
Dude,
Oh.
both legs straight and out to the side is not a good sign.
No.
It looks like Forky went down or off track.
I can fully relate to that.
Oh yeah, come on, Chance.
Yeah, Chance is in this.
Yes. High low.
It is wild how much Chance looks like Hunter Lawrence when he rides.
Yeah.
Just the exact same body position, exact same like proportions of his body.
Justin Brayton and Hunter Lawrence had a baby.
Yeah. Hammock is right there. Mumford's riding good.
Dude, he's been getting really good starts.
Mm.
It's cool to see, like, he's not afraid to run it in there, too. Kind of ride aggressive. As I say that, he just runs it in on Dax.
Great shout.
Yeah.
So yeah, running order, if you're not watching with us, Hampshire, Vial, Hymus, Hammaker, Mumford, Bennick, Volan, Anstie, Thrasher, Munoz, top 10.
We got 5 YZs in a row.
Uh-huh. 5 minutes left to go. Oh, look at him go. I wonder how much better the star bike is than the club bike. Like how close is that gap these days?
Have people been still talking about how much better the star bike is? Because I know they used to say it has the most power by far. Is that still the case?
I mean, I think so.
The Yamaha, like, on paper, like, has really good numbers compared to some of the other bikes. So, like, I would say that, to your point, Jace, the between the star and the club bikes, like, at least the club bikes, they're starting with, like, the fastest bike in the market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, the star bike is from the best platform. Like the YZ is by far the best stock bike. But yeah, I just wonder how much better the star bike is. Is it better? Like Cody Shock seems to go pretty hard on it.
Yeah.
Just be very
But they
interesting
do get
to know.
Yamaha support, right?
I think so. But I think they do all their motor stuff through Jamie at Twisted.
Oh, really?
No way.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But it's like their own package, you know, like they're kind of doing all the testing and development. I'm pretty sure they've got an engine development center like at the facility.
I love to see Anstey doing good. Have you ever done the pod with him?
No, dude.
You really should.
We've tried to a few times, yeah. He's never in California. And especially because he is like from England too.
Yeah.
So he stays East Coast and then goes even more east. But we have talked about doing it. I talked about it last year when he was on Honda. And then this year, I'd say we will definitely do it this year. He's a cool dude, man. He's had a crazy career.
Yeah.
He seems like such a good dude.
Yeah, he's a really good dude.
I was going to say, I think he's like right around a few years younger than me, but I remember racing him at times when he would come over.
Yeah.
And
He's over 30, right?
he's 31, I think.
With a couple kids, huh?
He he has a couple. I'm pretty sure when he was over here the last time still racing amateurs before he went and raced in Europe is when he had his first kid.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, shout out. That's so cool to see him
Yeah, just
doing
grafting,
as good as
eh?
he's doing.
Yeah, just grafted for years.
And to be able to, like, the experience that he's had to be able to travel the world, like, it's just a cool story, you know?
Yeah. Well, and when he was growing up, man, it was like him and Hurlings.
Yeah.
And Roczen.
No way.
Yeah,
I didn't
dude.
realize he was back. Like,
Yeah, him and Hurlings back in the day, battling for junior world championships. And, like, he was faster than Hurlings at a bunch of different, you know, points through his life.
And you can always guarantee it's going to be a good podium speech.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I think, like, him on the pod would be so cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Be a
have to
good
say
listen.
much. It'd be sick.
yeah, it's like team manager call, right? Like, just fully
Loved
just
that.
shouting it out to the rafters.
I love that. Oh, there he goes. Speak of the devil. So that's in 6th position.
Volan top 5. That's sick.
Yeah, he's ripping, dude.
Do you know how many points he has?
Who?
Max?
Max? No. It wouldn't be too much, would it? Only had one round. I wonder who would get the red plate after this. He'd probably still keep it, eh?
I mean, you would think that he'll probably
get
get
Volan.
Volan.
How
Yeah.
far back is he? 3 seconds.
We got at least 2 laps, huh?
Yeah.
Hymus is holding strong.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He'll be so stoked with the podium after an absolute hell of an off season.
Dude, Haymaker's right there, though.
True, eh?
Dude, just saw him.
He's
up.
been there for a while, though, huh?
Yeah. I just saw it, like, they were going in the section in front of where they're showing it on TV right now, and you can kind of see him in the background. But yeah, look, they're showing him now.
Yeah, they're going for
They're on each other.
it.
Clean.
You all good?
Happy New Beer.
I'm good. So, what are they? They're going to get another one in? Yeah, two to go.
Yep, 2 laps to go.
Yeah,
God, that
easy.
scares
Come
me
on.
every time.
Come on. Don't be silly. Yeah, these two have been training together all off season.
Have they?
Yeah, Hammock is at the dog pound. Oh, and there we go.
Oh, I love that. Different
Oh, that is a pass, bro.
battle.
He was coming all over him the whole race. James.
Have you seen that Instagram?
James,
the
bro.
SX coming.
Oh,
It's
bro.
so funny, dude.
Yeah, we
Oh.
I feel like Ricky says "come up the inside" so often. Like, who is anyone else noticing this?
Oh yeah, there's a whole Instagram dedicated to it. Have you seen the Instagram account?
No, I'm gonna
Oh,
check it
it's-
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
we'll
you
pull
have
it up
to.
after this just for a
It's-
quick little laugh.
Pretty classic.
It's
dude.
unreal.
They catch every little come anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been clipped a few times. Like a lot of times. Yeah, that was coming all over him. It's pretty crazy.
That
though.
was pretty crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. White flag, let's go.
Like Bukkake? Like
Every time they pan to him too, he just looks sketchy as fuck.
how is that?
Never fails, bro. Like, he's winning the race.
Hasn't he won here before though?
I think so.
I think he did, yeah. Be smart.
Last year he raced West.
Yeah.
But I want to say he has won Daytona in the past. I know last year he fucking crushed it on the 450.
Because he's had a long, like 250 career. Like,
Yeah.
I think,
Oh, yeah.
So I think, yeah, because he's ran.
This is his 15th Daytona. And he run it every other year. Solid, dude.
Yeah, that's bitching.
Who
What
called
was his
him, eh?
bad finish? Because like he was quite a ways back, right? Like, what was his one really bad finish?
Well, I think the first round.
Wasn't so good, but I think the one of
Taunt.
them, did he DNF?
He done
250
250. Burn it down, baby.
Did he DNF one?
I don't know if it was a DNF, but he was way back in one of them.
I'm glad you guys aren't computers when it comes to this too, because
Nah.
some people you talk to, you're like, dang, I feel like an idiot for not
Yeah,
knowing. And like,
for sure. I know he had one bad race. I think it was Tampa.
There it is.
they're straight to the business.
I think it was Tampa race because it was the same race that Malcolm won.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, Griff's one of those computers.
You make me feel stupid.
Yeah, but hang around him in any other circumstance in life and you'll be fine. Be sitting there like having dinner and he's like got the fucking sprays. I'm just like, thanks for poisoning my dinner there, pal. Oh, I could go on. That's awesome. Stoked for RJ.
Yeah, same.
Oakley teammate.
I just can't believe that race is actually over. I felt like the longest main event of all time.
Good. I feel like they love the red flags. They extend viewership,
Yeah.
create some drama.
I just really hope Levi's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a tough hit. It looked like based on his goggles off and his eyes kind of crossed when
Yeah,
he
he
got
looked
up.
a bit-
Like he hit his head hard
Yeah.
at a high speed.
Yeah. Yeah, Nate Dogg. That's the man right there, Nate Ramsey.
Have you had him on the pod?
Nah, I need
That'd
to.
be cool too.
He looks so much different without a beard, huh?
Yeah,
he was
does.
running like a big
He's
old beard
big
last
beard.
year. Looked like a different human.
Dude,
Oh, that's the best.
that
huh?
is the best. I remember seeing
She's
you
so stoked.
win Rampage and have the kids on
Like,
the podium.
best day of my life.
That's the coolest thing ever.
Literally best day of my life. Like, you're coming with me.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And like for them too, as like just Groms, you know, that's got to be the coolest thing ever. Like whether they understood it or not at the time, I'm sure they were old enough to understand it.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, they get
you
it.
see that in motorsports or any kind of sports, right? Like they're bringing a kid up on, and they're so young that they like don't really remember it, you know.
That's got to do
but
something for you,
that's-
though, as a kid.
Makes me almost tear up, man. Yeah, it's
as it should.
like to, I don't know. You want to show your kids the way, right?
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can show them. Like,
For sure.
they see what I go through.
Yeah.
Actually, my daughter yesterday was like, she's been scared of something, and I'm like, she's like, but you're not scared of anything. It's easy for you. I'm like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm
it's
the
not-
most scared.
It's not about how scared you are. It's what you do with it. You know,
Yeah.
It's like meditating. Like everyone lets their mind wander. It's what you do to bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like how scared you are, what you do to bring it back. So if I can teach them that, as well as like, you know, not like you have big shoes to fill, like none of that. It's like you can. This was my dream. This was
Yeah.
everything I ever hoped for. You can do it too. Like I'll show you. Live by example, because they don't really listen to much you say. but they watch everything you do.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and you got to think too. It's like you don't know what the ceiling is in a way, you know. But when
Yeah.
you've got someone around you that has this crazy high
Yeah.
ceiling, you just set the baseline
Yeah.
of what's possible in life. You know, like
For
I remember
sure.
being around. I just remember where we grew up. Like you'd look at a dude that made it to a you know, that got a racing contract. Like they were the people
Yeah.
that you looked at that showed you what was possible. And when your dad's one of those people that's just doing all the crazy shit, you would just believe you could do it too. It's
Yeah,
just like
for
full
sure.
walking by example, you know, leading by example.
Yeah, like I thought like owning a 2-story house was the coolest thing you could do when I was a kid growing up, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
let's show them what you can do.
Yeah.
Let's show them
Is she still doing gymnastics and stuff a bunch?
dance. So
Dance.
she's sun up to sundown or she gets home at 9 o'clock at night every day from dance and
That's awesome.
competing
It's,
and
it's special.
Living.
national level. Yeah.
Man, I lost my dad a few months ago, and
No shit.
man, this was his race. Like growing up as a kid, this is where I came with him. Like it's the only Supercross I came to, and man, he was with us today. Like some guy came to me in the pits and had his old jersey that he raced with back
No
in the day.
way.
Something I never had, and
That's cool.
yeah, man, he gifted me that, and just felt different today, man. Like my dad was definitely here. But man, just so stoked for this team, for everyone that believes in me. Man, I never doubt my faith, and I know I can get back in this in a ride like that. Felt good, man, and that's what we were missing those first 2 rounds. Like I just didn't have that comfort, and today we had that. So huge thanks to my team, my whole Roczen
What a
crew,
legend.
Corner Racing team.
Good shit.
That was an
my whole crew,
amazing-
my
Yeah,
family.
that was cool.
Like amazing day for him, but then
Yeah.
also to share it and like,
Yeah.
That was for my dad for sure. Thank you.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah, good job, RJ. That's cool, man.
What we say? That's the kind of guy that could just dog out a win.
yeah.
You did say it.
He dogged
You
out a
did.
win.
Dog-
You called
dogged
it.
I
You
mean,
called it.
I called him for the win, but you said he is the guy that would dog it out, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, he just dogged out a win, bro. RJ's gonna RJ. That's cool.
It's crazy when they run through it like that. It looks like they were supposed to win and they just did everything right and like nothing was against them, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like everything could have happened.
Yeah.
Everything negative could have happened. But like when that happens, it's just like that's what was supposed to happen.
And that's what kind of what I was saying about Chase before, right? Like it feels like it takes that to win
Yeah.
at that level, and then it's like, oh, you went over the bars in the heat race, and then you look sketchy in the LCQ. It's like, dude, this is starting
Yeah.
to look like one of those nights that just
Yeah.
you don't win, you know?
How about, I mean, you know, him throwing it away here and there, but like that one where he hit the gate, it's like, dude, like,
Apparently AP flinched.
yeah,
Like, but that's
that's what he said. And he said he knew that they typically flinch, but he like fell for it and he went and hit the gate. But it's like, man, there's like something. He's like, you just can't.
It's like
make
day
it,
one.
like how many gates have you dropped in your whole life as amateurs, and like how many you've seen a lot of people flinch, I'm sure, right?
Like that should be out of your system by
Yeah.
the time you're winning
Yeah.
the 450 Supercross championship.
like crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
So Hammaker ended up third, eh? Oh no, wait,
Wow.
Oh, that's
Anstey still in the points lead.
by 6. Levi a race
RJ
down.
still 14 points down.
Damn.
Yeah, he must have had a DNF.
Yeah, it was-
That tough block round.
Yeah.
Maybe not a DNF, but he was so far back because something happened after the
Mm.
tough block too.
Going on, but I have Seth Hammaker with a 3rd place finish there. Talk
What
to
do you
us
say
about
we have a
it
what
means to get
going on?
podium at Daytona, and also battling against your practice mate for most of the main event there.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
That pass was sick, dude. Into the sand. That's full commitment.
Yeah.
And he like fully straight lined that chicane.
Back up here on the podium, two years in a row up here on the
Is that
podium at
Losi
Daytona.
or Lost?
And,
Losi.
Jack,
What's
never lets
Losi?
you down, man.
It's a
It's
RC
it's a
car
light out
company.
there.
Ah,
That
I
looks
always
so
thought it
much-
was Lost, dude.
It looks so much like the Lost logo.
That
The momentum rolling into
always confused the shit out of me because I was
Yeah.
like, I never see him wearing Lost or anything.
I'm pretty sure
That's blasphemy. That is like
Losi's-
almost a Lost
Literally,
logo.
dude.
Losi sponsored the team forever, but they make some badass RC cars.
Huh.
They should make a different badass logo.
Because that badass logo is already taken.
Yeah, there's a badass company with that badass logo already.
Oh, sick.
Gay drop 450s.
I never met him, but he seems awesome.
Hammaker?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met him either.
Isn't it funny, like, especially with what you do, like, how many people you have met and how many people you've watched,
Yeah.
and kind of, it's not like living vicariously through them, but it's like you
feel like you know him.
Yeah, you feel like you know him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then, like, my kids will be like, do you know him? And I'm like, no, actually, I haven't ever met him, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, I know so much about him. But it's weird when the line blends. And you're like, no, wait, no, him. I have met him.
Yeah,
and he's awesome.
I haven't met him, but I know him.
If we did, we would fully be friends.
And that one I actually met, but he probably doesn't know me. And like,
Yeah.
there's it's a big sliding scale.
And I know he knows that we have met. We haven't met.
We were talking yesterday with Kiefer that, like, I'm just not the walk in the truck guy.
Yeah.
I just never really, unless I know someone or have a reason to go, like, I just never just assume that I can walk into any truck.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm sure I probably could, but.
Yeah. I mean, there's a workplace,
They're working,
right?
yeah.
They're crushing it.
Yeah.
It's always the best if you get invited in or something to eat some food, you know, pre-race. Because fuck, the hot dogs are like $30 now.
Really?
They're so expensive.
What?
It's crazy. Like a beer is like $20 at Anaheim Stadium.
Yeah,
and a hot dog, I think it's like $13-14.
That's insane.
Just
An
a dried dog.
An angel dog. And I was like, oh, I'll get a bratwurst or whatever because it's a bigger hot dog. Got Crew a hot dog, me a bratwurst, a beer, and then him something else to drink. And it was like $70.
Yeah.
That's
So
insane,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
And I'm like, well, I guess we have free tickets. It's all good.
Yeah. I heard the tickets were pretty expensive this year.
I heard they were over $100, but they done.
Yeah, gone. I think like the average ticket price was $300 or something.
Yeah, it was $150 for nosebleeds or something. Or
Yeah.
I paid I went to A2 and paid $92 for a ticket.
and that's A2, like
That's A2. And like we weren't full nosebleeds, but we were pretty high up, you know. When you come out of the tunnel, we were up to the right on that little,
Yeah, I know the one.
that
Yeah.
little elevated area. Like wasn't full nosebleeds, but also wasn't like
But you had a bit of altitude.
yeah.
It's
Straight in the rain.
It's sick from up there though.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
This is the first year I've ever been to the first three just by living down here now.
Yeah, how good is it?
It's awesome.
It's
And
good
then,
to have you too.
I know.
Yeah, thanks, boys.
Say Clemente local.
Resident,
Let's
yeah.
go.
And then having Nixon like hook up boxes for each of them, and I'm like, this is what's up.
Yeah, the sweet life's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and showing my son, like, well, first one, whole fam went, but like then bringing my son to both of them, so that was awesome.
Oh, the goat. He's my new goat. The new goat.
He's the Daytona goat.
Yeah.
Well, behind Dale.
He's the eagle.
Behind the eagle.
He's the eagle. It's just pictures of cows behind
I
him.
need a 3-steer background. 3 steers.
Plate in the
He did
fibula.
get a plate.
The story was I didn't actually know that this was broken until 2 days later down the road. And then it took me a day.
I just
to really
hammered
get things
20
sorted
minutes of
out
whoops.
To get the surgery scheduled, and then I had it done on Friday. So it was a dramatic turn of events here for my season. Unfortunate, but I'm going to do my best to get back maybe for the last 2 or 3 races.
Highland
here,
cows in the
in
background.
Supercross, if
It's
all
so
goes
awesome.
well.
Yeah.
I think I'm
good-looking
getting
steer.
back to it. And, it's tough watching tonight. I'll
We
tell
won
you that.
first place prize at the Cortez Fair with this old Betty behind me.
Nervous about watching this track was with the guys dragging their pegs, seeing Chase make a mistake, and then getting thrown over the bars, and then also with Levi Kitchen. So it's the nature of the beast with Daytona. You got to be ready for it.
Eli, what is it about Daytona, dude? How do you win 7 races here? What do you like about this place?
Well, everybody else is
Me,
just
I
pussies.
be here, but if I'm going to give out any pointers, tip number 1 for me is I never changed my motorcycle going into this race. I feel like you can totally overthink it and overdo it and actually panic in practice. I had those moments many times. And then tip number 2 is having good vision. The light here is always a little bit different than our stadium, so
Run
I actually
Oakley.
would run a roll-off system at this race to have the clearest vision as I could for the main event, because how dark the soil is and with
We're
how,
all Oakley, huh? Yeah.
with how rough the track gets.
Well, I got a
Would
simple
be
question.
the big
Does
O.
Eli
I'm just a
Tomac
fanboy.
track out here?
But you run it. You run
Yeah,
exclusive to Oakley.
Yeah.
Any Daytona's Eli Tomac track.
Yes. Yes.
He's like fully coming out of his shell this year. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's cool to see.
I'm glad that he's in that place, you know.
He's
Big
like
fan.
witty enough and respectful enough and humble enough. He's the G.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolute legend. Bro, him at San Diego this year, like completed my...
That was one of the best races I've ever seen, period. And I'm so happy I got to see it live.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I was like fully screaming.
Yeah.
Were you in the suite that night
Yeah.
as well? I didn't see you there.
Yeah, we
Did I?
wait in San Diego. We're bouncing back Baja
yeah.
Designs. One of my friends works for them, and then back and forth between Monster and that.
Dude, I was literally out of my seat. My beanie fell off my head, and I was screaming.
Sick.
It was fucking rad. Like
You can
that was
almost
peak
feel.
fan for me.
Yeah,
You know, just
You can
fully
almost
fanned
feel
out.
when he comes by because he's going that fast.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
and the crowd favorite.
Yeah.
You feel the crowd like cheering for the same team.
I never thought I'd cheer against Jet that hard,
Yeah.
too. You know, it's on, boys.
Wow,
Ooh.
Sexton.
Oh,
was,
Coop.
Sexton was just outside the box.
Oh.
He's about mid pack.
Yeah,
AP.
dude, AP looks good tonight.
Dude, what if he does it?
Does it for Dale.
He would do the kind of burnout that would
Mm-hmm.
have sparks because it'd be just down to the rim, dude.
He's going to go to the backup shoot onto the rotor even.
Like you wish that somebody would just do it till it blows up, but you'd probably be to rim way before that thing blows up.
Yeah.
AP's cutting over on Coop. Keeping him.
How's seat bouncing out of the whoops?
I don't know. I hope AP can pull it together. Like,
Fuck, they're gnarly, bro.
Ooh. Love to see it.
Oh. Dude, these guys are off tap, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I know we were talking about seeing Levi hit the ground and stuff earlier, but like just the amount of risk that these guys take on a daily basis.
Yeah. Every
Like
day of the
away
week.
from the weekend that everyone gets to see, like on it every single day. Like, I don't know. There's, I know this sport gets a lot of respect, but it's
hard to even put it into words.
It's a biased opinion, obviously, but like, dude, it's one of the gnarliest sports there is.
I think it's the most physically demanding. Like people
yeah.
have like, you can prove that, right? Like
Yeah.
they've proven that with beats per minute and all that. But it's the like amount of risk and the
Yeah.
repetition of it. So like Whistler classifies the risk rating on amount of stunts performed, and like each jump is a stunt. How many people down it, and multiplying that by like how many trails and with how many stunts. Like think of a Supercross career. How
Yeah.
many more stunts were performed in adverse conditions all day, every day?
All
yeah,
day.
for your entire career.
Millions and millions of stunts with a different lip, different rut.
You got to
different-
think there's almost like, there'd be close to 20 to 100 stunts per main event,
Yeah.
or
Oh, no,
more.
like
Oh,
more
no,
I
per
mean, way
lap.
more. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess,
you're looking like
dude.
20 by 20 just for the main.
I mean, yeah. That,
Like think about any one of those corners in a rut after, and then seat bounce in a triple. Like I'm not doing that once, and then they're doing every lap. Like so beyond what I feel like a pretty proficient motorcycle rider was even capable of over and over and over and over and over
Yeah.
again.
And you don't wear gloves, so I mean, we could probably slide you into that category just based on
That's
that.
a whole different story.
day in the dirt a couple years ago, just like pulling off the track and see Cam covered in roost, like just look down at his hands, just knuckles just bleeding just from taking roost.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
just can't talk me into that. Like, that's one thing you'll never be able to change my mind.
I need to start just making Sensus Moto grips. They're just too good.
Uh,
It's just too good.
get it happening.
I just make one-offs for myself.
Oh, you actually do?
Yeah, well, I cut and glue and like put a bicycle grip on like an ODI throttle tube and like, yeah,
That's sick.
yeah.
Yeah, I just wear gloves. Sexton's ripping.
Dude, Plesner's ripping. Mookie's ripping.
Where are
I mean,
they?
I think they
fifth.
they say it every single year, but man, it's even with the dudes that are out right now, like this class is still so gnarly.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the talent pool just keeps going way deeper, right?
Yeah.
Like just deeper and
Deep.
deeper.
And you think like with the natural just progression of sport, right? Like it's just gonna get better and better and better and better. Like with equipment getting better, everything just progressing, you know?
Oh, recovery getting better, more knowledge about training, diet.
Well, like the dude that was leading the second qualifying sessions in 7th, right?
Yeah.
Not even talking about the dude that was one qualifying last weekend's in 9th. You know, like they're all so damn fast.
Barsha champion, Ferrandis champion, Justin Hill champion, Cooper multiple time champion, Sexton champion, Mookie
Savachi
champion.
one corner away from champion.
Yeah. Roczen champion, Webb multiple time champion, Plessinger champion, Anderson champion, Colt Nichols champion.
Yeah, heavy.
Fuck.
Yeah, AP.
That gear that Ando's running, big fan.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah, with the yellow numbers. Ando contract gear, let's go. You know he's winning some races
Crunch
this
time.
year,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude, he's been a couple podiums, man. He looks good.
He's always good. Imagine if Sexton wins this race. 14 minutes left.
Yeah.
He's got to get through that dog. Cooper.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a guard dog up front. Oh. Very nice.
Dude, I just want AP to win this now.
Oh my God.
Dude, he's got some Dale spirit in him right
Yeah,
now.
he does.
He's
Yeah.
like hanging it out more than he normally is.
Oh, God, that section every time. That wasn't
Cowboy
that bad of a
has
kick, but
got
it's
on
like
his horse.
that wasn't even that bad of a kick, but it's almost like we're like
But that's what was crazy about
We're
Kitchens.
haunted
It was
from it.
like this much more than
Yeah.
that same kick.
Dude, listen to those blocks. I've never made a 450 sound like that for one turn ever. Yeah.
oh yeah. Kickstart.
The four-way battle for the lead.
This is epic.
8 minutes into a main event at Daytona.
Dude, Sexton,
Yeah, the top three haven't won a race yet this season. Sexton's in 5th, 3 seconds behind these guys. Dude, Sexton is not far off.
Sexton could get the benefits of this, of them just
Bro, Sexton
Battle
can win
phone
this
up.
race.
dude.
He's on the same straightaway.
AP, bro.
Yeah.
If AP wins, we're all shotgunning a boom.
Yeah, oh, dude, done.
For sure.
Done. Bro, this is crazy. Watch Sexton right now coming into frame.
He's had that 5-second gap though. Like he hasn't been like knocking it down
Yeah.
too quickly.
Oh, Roczen's coming through.
Roczen around the outside. Oh, Kenny needs a Daytona win.
Yeah.
Oh, perfectly downsiding that. Dude.
He flipped right from the I used to be a title contender to like I am real quick, huh?
Yeah. Bro, he'd be winning the series right now if it
Yeah.
wasn't for Tampa.
He really would, huh?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
those
you
are-
just put him in third, like just take the result. I think he was 3rd when he crashed. Let's say he just gets
crash
that.
should not have happened.
No. Bro, Kenny is on rails. A lot of outsides.
Yeah, that's what Stu was just saying, like how he's opening all the turns up.
Yeah.
I just hope if
Oh.
he gets by AP, that AP can hang with him enough to see it.
Yeah, man, he's really rolling though.
Ooh.
Rare form?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
this line is
Ew.
awesome, dude. Yeah, he gets so much speed through there.
Oh, yeah. 2 laps in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, he really has the track figured out. Oh, this is crazy to watch. He must have been in 4th gear around that turn before because he just
Right.
shifted down twice. 10 minutes to go.
It shows you how fast AP's going because Kenny
Yeah.
looks like he is on his edge. And
We have Sextons to Anderson, but he's lost some time from the front.
Yeah.
Lost a second.
Yeah, these two are moving.
It's going to be interesting next weekend, too, because the dirt in Indy is always
Indy.
really, really soft.
Yeah.
dude, we still got 10 minutes. Webby's only 2 seconds behind these dudes.
Yeah, you wonder how much energy they're both using right now.
And you know that
Coop's going to be there.
Coop kind of has Kenny beat, as history's shown, you know? That
Yeah.
those last lap charges of kind of
Get some, keep him front. Dude, AP's doing good.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Oh! Bro, Ando, you got to get back on the track before that. They just came together.
Roczen.
Wow. Oh. Coop is right there. Kenny might be able to put a bit of a gap down now.
Oh, God, already a 1 second gap.
Looking froggy.
You feeling froggy? Then leap.
That section feels like it goes forever. Oh, man. Kenny is on.
I love it.
Oh.
I love to see it.
Dude, AC's still ripping, though.
Dude,
That's
AP.
so sick. That seat bounce 3 into the turn, like landing with the foot out. Oh, it's so sick.
Yeah, it's almost unbelievable to think that Ken hasn't won a Daytona.
Or Webby, right?
Yeah, true way.
I don't think any of them racing tonight have won.
No, no one has.
Just Eli taking the lion's share of all of
7.
it. Yeah.
And he,
Seven.
and he
It's
almost
crazy.
took away Jet's win, too, didn't he?
No, last year Jet won by felt like 4 years.
Do you remember that one Daytona mud race? That
What
Wyndham,
year? 08?
I think it was 08. That Wyndham won.
Yeah.
Or was
Yeah, he won. We were just talking about it the other day.
Chad was leading and
his
then
bike blew up.
bike sucked in too much water.
Yeah.
And then
Like 2 turns left or something,
yeah, it
right?
was literally like very end of the race. Shout out K-Dub,
K-Dub is
The man.
the man.
Oh,
That was nice.
You know who you
and to
should
do
get?
it in that gear is crazy. Bro, Webb
How was that?
absolutely railed that.
I don't know about that. I think he gave it everything it had in that run.
Yeah.
You should really get Big James on the pod.
That would be sick.
That would be the best.
Dude, I don't know if I've ever told this. No, surely I have.
Oh no.
No.
Oh,
wow, Chase. Oh yeah. Oh no, we want AP on the pod though.
Yeah, we need AP on the podium. It ain't over yet.
That's the first time I've ever seen Webb stall it.
It's the first time I've ever seen Webb make a mistake. Yeah, I was at the Stewart's place once, and I just like pulled off the side with like the mule to have a piss, and I pissed on the electric fence.
Oh no!
And it dropped me, dude. And I'm like lying there on the ground, still pissing. And Big James, I look back, and Big James is losing it, dude. And he gets on the radio and talks to one of his boys. He's like, "Hey, the fence got him! The fence got him! Look!" And I'm on the ground, dude.
I can't imagine, dude.
I was so embarrassed.
I remember even like in Europe, they usually have some that like pulse, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, this one's good. Yeah. Like, I can only imagine like peeing on it.
Dude, just straight up, oh, drop me, bro. He's like, hey, you got him. And he's on the radio. And then the other dude that was on the other mower was fucking losing it as well.
Do you feel it like all the way in your bladder? Like,
it just felt like I got hit in the guts.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. Fuck, it was funny, bro.
Like a shock pain to your pee hole.
Yeah, it just felt like someone just went like, oh, like right in my bladder. He is on it.
He
made a
was just
mistake,
right
though,
there.
huh?
Yeah, he must have, because he was right there with Cooper, and Cooper is either that or Cooper's really good at knowing like what's behind him.
Yeah.
You know, he's like very good racecraft to like know where everyone's at behind him. I think, I don't know, maybe he just knew that he was that close and he's the one wanting to make the statement.
Dude, this ain't good.
Did they just say Cooper was 2 seconds?
Yeah, this ain't good. There is a shark in the water.
I mean, besides AP winning, Cooper's the boy.
What's that?
Besides wanting AP to win, because it's like a full Dale moment, but I'd rather have Coop win than anyone besides AP.
Coop is just an absolute fucking animal.
Such a dog.
And you just, you can't not respect that.
There's 3.5 minutes to go. Like, you can't.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time for Coop to like be having that like blood in the water feel, you know?
I would struggle right now just to do, without doing any riding before, to do a 3 minute and 28 second sprint on a 450.
I mean, Sam.
Like, that is what they're about to go through in the next 3 minutes is fucking hectic. Get out of the way, bruh. Yeah, you could almost guarantee Cooper's going to win this race.
Dude, how is that?
What part?
Just Coop jumping in that much speed into that rut, and like, you can win, but there's a dog behind you.
Yeah, fuck.
Coop has a good line, but
that's a year.
No, get some.
Wow.
All right.
AP's not that far behind Sexton.
Dude, that's a very rare mistake. Is he winning? Huh?
It was that tear off.
He needs a couple more inches in those legs for big ruts like that.
Yeah, that's pretty deep when you add that in. Isn't enough.
Come on, Kenny.
Come on, AP.
Plessinger and AP. And Chase. No. I reckon that gear Cooper's rocking is actually pretty sick. O'Neill stuff. Doesn't match the helmet, but it's fine.
I'm not judging.
Yeah. O'Neill actually is like pretty good too. To the fit and the feel of it. I wouldn't have thought it was as good as what it was.
I like how the high tides rise all ships. Like one company will make one advancement and make it fit better and they all get better.
Dude, AP.
On the podium.
Did you see the guy in like the 99 O'Neill moto pants today? Mountain biking?
No.
That was pretty tight.
Really?
Yeah.
When's No Fear making a comeback?
Dude, I heard it is.
Everything from early
The 90s.
2000s, late 90s is coming back.
Bro, I'm going to run Metal Militia pretty soon, I'm telling you. I need to just troll Deegan for our 450 build off. Just start running Militia everywhere.
Dude, the Deegans need to just buy the No Fear rights.
I fully pitched it, but I think it's already a thing. That would have been so sick. Imagine Hayden running No Fear.
Like a replica of
Metal Militia No
Pops'
Fear.
kit for X Games.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to make that a thing a while ago, but I heard that somebody else already had the deal. It's 3 seconds now to Kenny, so.
Wow, Cooper's kind of ripping, huh?
Coop's also thinking big picture right now, even though Kenny will gain some points.
Yeah, Kenny's nowhere near him, though, in points.
Wow,
Because
Sexton.
he was like 20-something back.
Sexton just gave that
Yeah,
spot
this will
up.
give him, well, 3. Actually, only 3. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sexton's riding sore right now.
Yeah. I heard he had a big crash before Arlington, too. White flag for Ken Roczen with a 4-second lead.
Hell yeah, Kenny.
Dude, an AP in third.
So that was a good night, boys. Let's fucking go, Kenny. German chocolate.
So stoked for him.
I know, that's epic. Oh, that's cool.
That's almost like a turn up into that corner, huh?
It's tech is a motherfucker right there.
And he did it every single lap.
Yeah.
He's leaning into it like a turn up.
What is this? This is the 6th winner this season? I think there's been 5.
I ain't mathing right now, but yeah.
Jet, Eli.
Jet, Eli, Chase, Cooper,
Malcolm. Now
Kenneth.
6.
Kenneth. The South Park memes. You killed Kenny.
Yeah, that should be Coop every time. He should have like a Kenny thing on after he beats him on the last lap. Oh my God.
Like, why haven't we thought about this
wow.
before?
Yes, Kenny.
Let's go.
Yes.
Dude, that is so bitchin'.
Yeah. Yes.
What a boy.
Yes.
Good for him. Yeah,
Bro,
AP.
Justin
AP.
Cooper. He needed a podium so bad.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, this is epic.
Fuck
what a finish.
Yes, Ken.
Burnout.
Kind of got the monkey off the back with Coop too. Everyone knows.
I was
too.
gonna say, is AP doing a burnout? I hear a panic rev.
That's Aaron, yeah.
Don't forget to do the burnout.
Yeah.
Someone tell him.
He's doing it.
Oh,
He's doing
yeah,
it.
right here.
Come on. Don't let us down. Come on. Don't forget. Surely the smoke reminds him.
The AP did the smoke show for third. I love that.
So you should. Come on, Ken. Don't let us down. That's where you were?
Yeah.
Do you know if he ever won on a 250 here?
I don't know. He would be in the points lead if it wasn't for Tampa. 100%. He lost 25 points. I think he was only 22 down or something.
Come on, do the damn burnout.
Dude, do the
Give the
thing,
people
bro.
what they want.
Gets the people going.
See all the photographers waiting for it too,
Yeah.
and he just rode right by him.
Yeah, they were literally running. On a 2007 Suzuki too. What a legend.
Well, I was in between a Honda and a Cowie, and now I'm thinking yellow.
Bro, what are you doing? You're dragging this out. Come on, don't let us down. Fuck. That was a pretty wild night of racing, boys.
Dude, that was a good race.
That was good.
Think about the first 7 laps of that thing.
Yeah.
4-way battle.
I'm glad to see that Cooper didn't get Kenny. You know,
Yeah, I
just,
know,
Just
honestly.
like give him one. You know, not that he gave it to him, right? He made a mistake, but
I wonder what that changes internally in Ken.
I think he's already there.
That has to fuck you up, though, again, to get passed on the last lap by Coop, though.
for sure.
You know, like it's got to have an effect.
Coop just knows he mentally hasn't beat like blood in the water. That getting that close towards the end, like three minutes to go, and you see him like reeling him in. It's like, oh no, not again.
Yeah. But maybe that got the monkey off the back.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what you need.
all
Bro,
it
Kenny's
takes.
fully in this. Fully. And what do they say about the person that wins Daytona normally wins the championship? Or like statistically? There's like a crazy stat about it.
Is there?
Yeah.
It's like whoever leaves there with the red plate.
Oh, is it whoever leaves with the red plate?
But they've like pushed the round. It's round 8. It used to be round 10.
Ah, true. So yeah. See? Fucking computer over here. SX GPT over there. Fucking AP.
Well, Webb
I
extended
can't
the
wait
points
to
lead.
hear that. And
I know. I'm living for the podium
for
speech.
for us being a fan. Wait, they interview the winner first, right? Or is it third?
Should be
to
third.
first?
Yeah, should be third.
I mean, if it is, that's awesome. We get an AP interview right off the bat.
Look at them. They're doing Bank Companion. Ads in America, bro. Like, as an Australian, when you live over here and you just see commercials, you're just like, you are on some crazy shit.
You know, it's my
You
favorite. My favorite Aussie programming.
What?
Sky Network runs Lefties Losing It. You ever seen that?
No.
There's some. You ever seen it?
No,
They
I want to
They
though.
do snippets on YouTube, but this chick is so funny, and she's just all like just picking apart left wingers losing it. And I'm like, this is this airs in Australia, picking apart our lefties. This is awesome.
That's so good. What a G.
Yeah, Kenny.
How special is it?
I honestly still can't believe it. You know, I really
It just
calmed
happened.
down, had some really good lines, and then, you know, when you make those passes, you got to put your head down, or else they'll retaliate and come back. So I was just charging the whole time, just trying to get a gap. The track, you know, coming out of somebody's
He got a
corners,
gap
it was really
quick.
muddy. Very easy to make a mistake. But
That's what he's best
I
at.
just kept my head down and charged
First
the whole way,
couple
and
laps
seriously,
sprint, huh?
I cannot believe that this finally happened.
It has been some time.
Or no, he got the lead late. Actually, yeah. that
Yeah,
was-
but once he got it, he
Yeah.
just put the hammer down.
Well, I was saying, yeah, normally he just charges hard the first couple, but that was like
Yeah.
after it passed late in the race.
Yeah.
We're going home with it.
I mean, now, you know, Justin Brayton, I mean, he's been giving me crap for a long time because he has one of these and I don't.
Oh, he said that on Race Day Live, actually. He's like, this is the one thing I have over Ken is this win.
Was Brayton like 34 when he won it too?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a dream come true, for real.
And as it relates to out on track today, Kenny, if you can hear me over the crowd, as it relates to being out on track today, you worked for this win.
Such a
This
fan
wasn't
favorite,
even
man.
one of those
Oh,
where
man.
this
He's
thing
just the nicest guy,
Yeah.
too. Like, he is the man.
The track was really nice for racing.
He's so genuine as well. Like that version of him, the version in private, the version at the track. He's the same dude.
Such a cool dude.
Same dude everywhere.
It's I'm pretty stoked I get to fly to Florida on Monday and day in the dirt next weekend.
That'd be a good week at Sandbox.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to Moto Sandbox and ride beginning of the week. And Kenny said he was riding Tuesday and Wednesday, so it'll be fun to go out there and first and foremost congratulate him. Tell him fucking hell yeah, stoked for him. Just stoked to see it as a fan first and foremost, but to get out there and throw some whips with him. The last time I actually got to go down there and ride, he hit one of the biggest jumps he's ever hit, and he ended up winning that weekend.
I saw that.
Yeah, he hit the.
That's why he's the sickest, because he's like on his own program.
Yeah.
And just. It's
yeah.
It's like a movie character. Like, we got a wild dog here. He's on his own program.
And when I went down there, he was testing on the Supercross track, and like in between doing suspension settings, he like saw me hitting the jump, came over, and he's like, "Hey, I want to hit that thing. I'm gonna follow you off it." And first time I like hit it in front of him to like tow him into it, and I turned around in the air, and I'm like, "Oh, he's like in the air. He hit it first try. Like that's insane." But then to go see him, like he was stoked that obviously made him. It scared him, but then he got the jump and was stoked and super obviously happy after that, and then went and won that weekend. And I was like, yeah, that's fucking cool. Like you can see somebody break up that monotonous
routine
grind and the routine and have fun, and then go and win on the weekend. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's like him in a nutshell.
Yeah.
As many as I did and expect to win.
So hopefully I get to throw some whips with him.
But Kenny rode great. He was charging through. He got around me, and he made it the pass stick on AP, and he pulled away. So put the urgency on me, and I made just too many mistakes after that. So a bit bummed, but overall, from a points perspective, it was a great night. And yeah, another second place here. Hate to say it, but yeah, we'll regroup. We'll come back. Like I said, it's good for the points night, and great night overall. And want to give it up to the good Lord. All-Star Racing Yamaha team, Monster Energy, Fly, 100%.
He has got a lot of seconds, dude.
My wife, just the whole team, and yeah, we'll regroup and try to get it going.
This is a good second, though. It's a big swing for the points.
Important second.
I mean, he already had 5 points, but he just got about what?
Maybe another 5, 6.
I would say 5 or 6 more. Yeah, 5 points.
Yeah.
Wow, Kenny, 16.
Dude.
Love that.
It's not that many.
He came in 19 points down, so you can see how much happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love how Kenny's handing
what
him
a
his
don,
Red
bro.
Bull KTM hat.
Satisfied are you with this third?
Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied after the start of the season. And first off, I want to dedicate this to my buddy who just got diagnosed with cancer, Jesse Waters. He's back at home watching. This one's for you, dog. And yeah, I got to give it up to the whole team. They've been behind me, believing in me. After 2 22nd place finishes, 7th, 8th, 9th, it's been a ride, but we pulled it off, and I love this track. I love this place, and we're always doing it for Dale. And yeah, it's a good night. I'm gonna go celebrate with my family, and I just got to give it up to the whole team. KTM Factory Racing, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. Thor, Parts Unlimited, Alpine Star, Oakley, my mechanic Jay, my practice guy at home, Wes. Everybody else I forgot. My mom and dad, my grandma's back home watching, and yeah, my whole family. All right.
All right, I'm out. What
That's about as good as it gets right there.
Yeah, that's a real man right there. Well, thanks for doing this, boys.
Absolutely.
That was
Thanks for
good.
having us.
That was a good hang.
It's an honor.
Nah, I just wanted to hang with both of you, to be honest.
I
It's been
feel-
way too long.
It's always good to watch with good people. And I mean,
Yeah.
get to watch with you two.
I know, this was good. Got a ride in.
We should have put some money down on the table.
Yeah. Oh,
At least
that
$1.
That should be, we're adding it next time you do it.
Yeah.
Mandatory.
$1 in the pot.
Yeah, no, I'll do that. Let's do it. Let's do it again at some point. We still got a heap of races.
There's a lot of races. Honestly,
And we were talking about doing mountain bikes too.
Yeah.
Maybe World
ooh,
Cups.
that'd be sick.
Oh yeah, World Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the weekend?
May, I don't know when it is.
It's the second weekend of May or something.
Yeah,
I
May
think.
13th, I think.
Yeah.
Be
Dude.
sick.
I wish they would have said something about Kenny not doing the burnout. I just really wanted to see that.
I know, you kind of shit the bed there.
I think, dude,
he'll regret that for the rest of his life. I'm just going to call that.
100%.
He's going to fly back out there. Hey, can I get in? Nope. Can't. Stadium's closed.
You had your chance and you blew it, bucko.
It's going to be super interesting to see it come down through, obviously still got full outdoor season and then playoffs. I think I'm with you on being guilty as charged when it first came out and they released it. I was like, I wasn't the biggest fan of it because it's like, dude, more racing.
Supermotocross.
Like, yeah, there's that too, the name of it.
You might as well add the other R
but
to
like,
it.
just having more races and like these guys not being able to do off-season stuff and just all that. But I think it's been, from a fan standpoint, it's the coolest shit ever. Like, we're so stoked, so blessed to be able to have that and being a fan.
And you know what, too? The Feld dudes, when there was like the whole press conference thing about like, oh, it's too many races, and they were like, well, they go and do off-season races straight away, don't they? So fuck them.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh, good point.
Good point. Yeah, they got a point there.
And then literally they all went and did off-season
They
races.
elect to do it.
Yeah.
And it's cool though, like, there's an opportunity to see like guys hop into outdoors and stuff just to get a few extra points and know that they'll like lock their spot in there, and like it's a nice incentive at the end of the year, like last year Pierce winning that last race, like
Changes.
one
Yeah.
more spot
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the points got him like another 125 grand or something.
Well, and it probably got him a factory ride too,
Yeah,
or another factory ride. But yeah, after
Yeah,
the
super cool.
demise of the other one.
I'm a bit of a shill for the playoffs too, to be honest. Now
Yeah.
I was a bit of a hater at the start, but
When's the last time a Kickstart won? I guess Kenny was the last
Kenny's
one that won
the last one.
with the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
But before that,
Kenny,
like-
probably on a Honda, because he
maybe.
ran it on a Honda when everyone else.
Oh,
had
that's
He's
right.
always run it. He just doesn't like how the battery
Weird.
feels on the bike. Crazy, eh?
You think it's the battery, or do you think it actually does something to the motor?
Well, both, he said. So he said
Crazy.
the battery sits up really high, and then when the motor spins, he's like, I just don't like the feeling of the motor spinning.
Weird.
Crazy, eh?
It's probably like a little bit of like a different weight in different areas. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's higher up. All right, boys, let's wrap it up.
Thanks for having us.
This was awesome.
Appreciate it.
You got anything coming up?
I am working on Zink bikes
I was
heavily.
going to say, where's the bikes at?
Day in, day out. Shipped out a few, and big orders coming in May. So check out zink.bike and thecensus.com for my other brand, and building, flying to Maui in a couple weeks to go work on fix a bike park we did.
Yeah.
Fix some plan a year out to do like a big event
Sick.
on Maui. Yeah.
Nice. That's
like
epic.
a Supercross style.
Super cool to
mountain
see what
bike
you
race.
guys did over there with the whole bike park
Thank
and the
you.
community, and
Dude,
seems
kids
like everyone was so stoked.
Like, what greater than building something, and then some kids have never ridden a bike, and then now all of a sudden a couple of them are doing 360s and flips.
Yeah, it's cool.
At like 13, 14 years old, just because
Yeah,
they
just
actually
births the whole industry.
if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
And I saw you guys like build a bunch of bikes and give them to kids. And do
Yeah,
all
well
super-
that's weird. Yeah, we lucked, like we just come and help, but that's Cranked and Crank Cycles. Shout out to Moose. And Jim Falk Motors. They've been doing it for a long time.
Nice.
Jim Falk pays for it. Crank facilitates it. I guess they actually pay for it too. And then they organize, community comes to build 500 plus bikes, give out to the kids, to the
Sick.
keiki. Yeah, it's pretty
Very
epic.
cool.
And now they have a place to ride them.
Yeah.
On the Upper West Side.
Sick.
What about you? Sandbox next week, Day in the Dirt.
Yeah,
down south.
heading to Florida for Day in the Dirt, and get to sneak in a few days at Sandbox. Hopefully get to go do
Ride with
some
Kenny.
whips with Kenny and get him fired up to have some fun before
For Indy.
Indy.
Repeat that win.
Yeah, hopefully he can repeat that win. And yeah, man, just stoked to kind of be back at it. Been a little bit of a challenging last year. Had a couple arm surgeries and ended up breaking my collarbone in December. So I've spent
It's been a rough go.
Spent a lot of time on the couch, but stoked to be back on. And got 2 X Games this year. Gonna go be
Japan and
no, there's
are
actually
you not
two.
doing Japan?
no, I don't think they're not having my disciplines. I think I want to say maybe just.
Are they
best
back
trick.
to back? LA and Salt Lake?
Japan and Salt Lake are 1 weekend apart.
Crazy.
Which is crazy. And then we have 2 Summer X Games here in America. So we have Salt Lake in June and then August in Sacramento. So
Sac. I forgot about that.
That's going to be really hot. But it's really cool having two X Games and two opportunities, right? And then going to be in Australia all of May. So kind of got a stacked year. Get to go down and do the Freestyle Kings shows and do all the big city stops. So in Oz for a month, and it's going to be pinned year, but just here for it, man, because last year was not as pinned with all the injuries. So just, not getting any younger, just appreciating the opportunity. And
Well, cheers to being healthy.
Cheers, boys. Thanks for doing this. This was awesome. We'll do it.
Bereman lined me up with Dr. Mossy, and we got he gave him some stem cells.
Oh, sick.
And he lined me up. I got him in my wrist, so I'm trying to take the truck in to get some oil changes and stuff. And
There you go.
And
keep it lubed up.
Yeah, and got a PRP in my knees and stuff. So I'm trying to.
Mossy's the man.
I turned 39 in next weekend.
Yeah, right.
So I'm trying to.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to stay young forever.
Yeah, Peter Pan life.
Yeah.
I think you're well on your way there. Staying
you're doing
forever.
a pretty good job.
You're doing a great job.
We're trying.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. See you next week.
See you guys.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.